Can we sit down? No interruptions. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Talking real raw. Ain't no cutting. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Talk about it? Yeah. Can we sit down? No interruption. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Talking real raw, ain't no cutting. Open dialogue, talk without judging. Dope discussion, dope discussion.
All I can say is ouch. Okay. Now, before I even get started on today's very last minute, very impromptu dope discussion, I would like to warn you all, okay, and tell you all that a lot that we're going to be diving into can ruffle a lot of feathers, and I'm going to be extremely real on all fronts as much as possible. Okay, so this is not going to come from any place of me feeling personally attacked or anything of that sort. There's going to be no biases within this dope discussion. Okay, well, at least I'm going to do my best not to come off that way. All right, I know with a lot of my commentary it can come off like I'm choosing a side and everything, but I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, giving my honest feedback, and y'all can take it how you want to take it. But I want to let you all know that in general, I do my best to make sure I have a position that is, objective. I like to be able to see everything clearly, not take offense to every little thing, and really just peep the game, right? And so on all different levels, we will be calling out certain things, even when it pertains to this young lady that we're going to be highlighting today. We will be calling her ass out as well. All right. But nonetheless, I do feel like she did touch base upon some things that, needed to be said, and hopefully it does shake a lot of you all up so that you can become very self-aware of the damage that you are doing, because everybody is seeing it, right? And when I say you, I am talking about my sisters. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I am talking about us. We are the ones that are really setting a bad example as far as how we treat our people, how we treat our men, how we display ourselves and represent ourselves, like all across the board. We got a lot of cleaning up to do. And until we can honestly open up about these things and try to fix it, we're going to continue to, I'm going to be honest with you, look dumb, look crazy, look trashy, look ghetto, look superficial, look just like we are not the ideal women. And that is what it is. And that's not to say that men don't have work to do. Of course they do. Okay. However, on my platform, with me being a Black woman, I think it is important for me in particular to call out certain things, to try to get certain things in alignment, get in order, because we do need that. We don't have enough of us being real with us. It's a bunch of ass kissing. It's a bunch of quote unquote pandering to you, right? It's a bunch of, oh, it's not your fault. You do no wrong. And this is why we are ultimately in the position that we are in. And I'm going to be honest, it's why a lot of us are alone. It's why a lot of us are struggling. And I want the best for us. and y'all may not see what I do as love for you, and you think I'm hating on you and throwing shade and all this. It's not. I really go as hard in the paint as I do because I do want to shake you up and ultimately wake you up. Because I do love y'all. I do care about y'all. I do want the best for y'all. I need y'all to want the best for yourselves. I need y'all to love yourselves. But we're going to get into it, you all. Okay. And yeah, y'all excuse me. I just shampooed my hair and I threw it in the damn ponytail. And so I said, look, we just got to go live. We ain't got time for all the extra ish today. So y'all excuse me. Now shout out to Bobby, Blue Exodus. He was the one who actually sent me over the link to this video here. And I checked it out and I said, oh my, boy, oh boy, did she really say all of that? Did she really do all of that? And let me also say this, excuse me. And I kind of touched base on this when I was going over and reviewing Filipina P. I believe that's the name of her platform. I kind of touched base on this briefly when I was having those dope discussions. I said that it would eventually get to a point to where a lot of these foreign women start striking back, right? It was a point to where they were trying to keep it real cute, real classy. They're not going to attack you. They're not going to meet you where you are. They're going to rise above. But now they're striking back, and it's only rightfully so. You know what I mean? It's only so much disrespect you can take before it's like, okay, let's take the gloves off. And to me, that's what we're witnessing now. And I'm going to be honest, as a Black woman myself, I've seen countless videos, countless comments, countless slick remarks that were being made about these foreign women. And it was all because they were snatching up the very men that y'all claimed that y'all didn't care about. Whoopsie. Is that too real? Okay, whatever. They were the ones getting attacked and they didn't do anything to you. All they did was be the ideal women that men would want to be with, and now they're getting strays. They didn't say, oh, you fat Black ghetto hoes. They didn't go there. They were just simply minding their damn business, doing what women are supposed to be doing, right? So it was only a matter of time before, again, they took the gloves off, and I cannot be mad, although we will be calling out a few things. We will, okay? Because I do feel like this girl in this video, not call her girl, but this woman in the video, I do feel like she was doing a little bit of gaslighting. So we're going to call that shit out because y'all know we be real. All right, we keep it real over here. And that's why y'all love me, and that's why y'all rock with me, because y'all know I'm going to keep it real on all fronts as best as I can. Okay, now y'all go ahead and get these likes up. We can hit 400, but I'm gonna ask for 300 first. Okay, and we're gonna break this down. Now I'm gonna assume that this woman here is a Russian woman. At least that's what her video said in the title, and then it was a lot of other people reacting to it, and they were saying the same thing. So I'm gonna assume that this is a Russian woman, and she is pretty much going off as far as a lot of the disrespect that not only she has taken, but the disrespect that she's also seen as it pertains to average Black men or average men in general. Now, I do believe that she has a Black husband, an American Black husband, which is why she would take a certain position that she's taking. Okay, so we will say that. Thank you, Derek, for becoming a channel member. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Y'all go ahead and put a 2 in the chat if y'all can hear this.
Black American women are no competition, and that's how I got my man.
Could y'all hear that? She said Black American women are no competition, and that's how I got my man. Put a 2 if y'all can hear that. And again, thank you so much, Derek. And shout out to everybody who has been sending in donations. I just went through this morning and saw that, again, I was flooded with a whole bunch of super thanks from our previous uploaded videos. Thank you all so very much. You do not have to give me no money, so I greatly appreciate it, okay? Especially considering the fact that YouTube does not really support the kind of content that we do over here, so I appreciate y'all, okay? Okay, I see the twos. Let's get into it, y'all. And thank you, Guy. It says, Becky doesn't hate us like Keisha does. Another one. Whoopsie. Now, hold on, Guy. Hold on, Guy. It's a lot we got to break down. Just give it a moment. Give it a second. We will be touching base on all of that. Okay, on all of that. We're gonna be real. Okay, like we always are. Again, that's why y'all rock with me so heavy. Okay. But let's play the video. Hold on. We got Bobby. Bobby is the one who sent in this video. So shout out to Bobby. He says, wow, you reacted to this quick. Shout out to you. Oh, we gonna react to it. Plans got canceled this morning. So I was like, yeah, we might as well just go ahead and strike up a live stream. Usually on Saturday mornings, I'll go to the gym and work out with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law. But my sister-in-law, her birthday is coming up. And so she's going to get her hair braided and everything. So we took the day off. So I was like, you know what? We might as well go ahead and talk about it. And then tomorrow we got another dope discussion I want to get into. Okay. So shout out to you, Bobby. Okay, let's get into it. And again, we can hit 500. I'm going to ask for 400 first. All right. Let's get into it.
Black American women are no competition, and that's how I got my man. That is what a lot of people think I said in one of my YouTube videos, which is going viral on all social media platforms at this moment. I mean, TikTok, X, YouTube, Instagram, whatever platform you're looking for, you will see my face with that caption on that video. And you cannot imagine the shitstorm from certain women is like a really bad case of diarrhea right now. But luckily, at the same time, there are a lot of people who agree with my overall message, which is always any average man deserves a fit, cooperative, feminine wife, especially in today's modern society. But without any further ado, let's dive into the clip that got a lot of women upset and a lot of content creators paid.
Well, I'm going to play what she said in her original video that she is saying that it has taken off and gone viral. But first things first, what's standing out to me is that she's really emphasizing average. You know, average men deserve this, average men deserve that, average men. And I have got to salute her for saying that, for being vocal about that, because there are so many females out there that completely disrespect the average guys. Like the average guys are not out here really putting in the work. You know what I mean? It's the average guys out there that are actually keeping the world going and flowing. You know? And what's insult to injury is the fact that a lot of these chicks that go in on the average guys are not even average women. As a matter of fact, you're hitting on below that. A lot of y'all are in poverty. A lot of y'all are struggling. A lot of y'all, you have no motion. You have nothing going on for yourselves. So it's just the audacity and the hypocrisy of it all. For you to be out here trashing the very men that are essentially doing better than you. You know? So that irritates me. I really hate how y'all try to make it seem like average men don't count and we don't want them, we don't want that. And it's like, ma'am, you would be lucky to have an average man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her for saying that. And another thing that I can appreciate about her is, and I'm going to be honest, she's not an ugly woman. She seems to be in shape. You know, she's attractive. Like, and so I can appreciate her saying that the most, because oftentimes, you know, they try to spin this narrative of, oh, well, that's because, you know, it's them women out there that ain't got it going on like me. You know, of course she gonna settle for that because she ain't got no choice. But see, me, I'm a bad chick. And so looking at her, let's be honest, she's better than a lot of y'all. And it's no shade. So for her to even humble herself, like, yeah, you know, I would take an average man. I appreciate average men. That's speaking volumes. You know what I mean? So I think that is highlight worthy, but we're going to continue. We can hit 600. I'm going to need 500 first. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, Charles. MVP Charles comes through and says, welcome back. Listening in my car. The truth always hurts these chicks. Man, we're going to get into it, Charles, because this lady here said a lot. She said a mouthful. Okay, but we will be addressing some things about her as well. Okay, I'm just going to warn y'all now. Okay, but thank you so much, Charles. Thank you, King Pepper. It says Keisha does Becky got ass and we got passports. Wait a minute. Keisha done Becky got... King Pepper, I need you to proofread because I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about. It says white and Latinas look way better than Keisha, but will submit, says a lot. Ha. Now, we ain't going to do all that now, King Pepper. Okay? We ain't going to make it seem like it ain't no badass Keishas out here. No, we not going to do that. Okay? But I will be honest enough to say that there are a lot of attractive women in other groups that do treat our brothers, the men that we shit on, the men that, you know, we give birth to, the men that we come from, they treat them a lot better. And so to me, that is something that is eye-opening. You know what I mean? It is something that should make you go, But to make it seem like black women can't hold a candle to white women and like y'all out y'all fucking minds. Okay, please. Okay, we not gonna push the envelope too much. Okay. Bobby again says, I prefer other races over, is it white women? But it all comes down to character. Character isn't a color. If black women won't change their character for us, how can we lead them? And that's a valid question. That's a valid question. Okay, let's get back into it, y'all. All right.
Let's dive into it.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average Black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially Black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you. It doesn't matter if they're young. It doesn't matter if they're older. They are willing to take care of you, willing to work with you, willing to be a part of your life. You don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your hometown because unfortunately, a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in. And they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Whoopsie. Now, she said a lot. She did. She said a hell of a lot. And I just wanted it to play all the way through before I start to give my commentary. That way you all can formulate your own opinions and really process what she had to say on your own first. But I will be breaking this down, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, Lalika, she did speak a lot of facts. And as a Black woman, as a Black person myself, I'm going to be honest to say that it is kind of, I don't want to say triggering, but it is kind of like, hold on now, like, chill out. You know what I mean? But to just be real, to be objective, it's like, well, I mean, did she lie? And she really didn't. See, I'm gonna be real enough to let y'all know that Danica is still a Black woman, and I got Keisha in me. The fuck, okay? Let's not do too much, okay? I'm still a sister at the end of the day, and so what she's saying could be triggering, and I know, and I don't even want to say triggering, but I'm just go ahead and say it for lack of a better word. And I know she's saying that, hey, and she gets into this later on in the video. She says, hey, I'm not even talking about Black women in particular. And, I never said Black woman. I never said, the Black woman was not my competition, this, and the third. However, and this is where I feel like she does do a little bit of gaslighting. I'm going to be 1,000 with you. The mere fact alone that everything keeps going back to my Black husband and the Black family and the average Black man, one could reach the conclusion of you are speaking to and about Black women in particular because you keep emphasizing Black. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, that was a little bit gaslighting for me. However, being objective, just being honest, not getting in my Black girl feelings, what she said was factual. It was true. And it is a lot of teachable things that she did bring up, and I want to go over them, okay? And again, y'all like the video. We can hit 700. I'm going to ask for 600 first. Okay, let's get into what she said. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure I'm starting from the top. Okay.
Any further ado, let's dive into the clip that got a lot of women upset and a lot of content creators paid. Let's dive into it.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average Black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home.
Now let's peep that game. Let's peep that game. And again, you all, this is me. I am a Black woman. Okay. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it mixed up. All right. I am a Black woman. And so when I'm hearing what she's saying on the surface as a Black woman, it can be like, bitch, what? Because one could, again, reach the conclusion of she's talking about Black women. Black women, yeah, I have me an American Black man. And when I stepped into his life, I knew, I had him because there was no competition. Again, referencing Black American, what he's used to, we would assume is normally Black women. And so, yeah. But taking my emotions out of it, taking my feelings out of it, is what she's saying factual? Yes. As sisters, we do try to overpower our men, our husbands, our partners, boyfriends, significant others. We had the dope discussion yesterday when we were talking about Tia and her ex-husband and how she was trying to ultimately compete with him. And one could conclude that she was secretly jealous of him. We do need to have the last word. We do need to be the ones on the winning side, to have the leg up, to have the leverage. We do that. So as a Black woman, on a personal level, is it like, bitch, wait a minute, shut the fuck up? Yes. But if you want to be real and take your emotions out of it, she's not lying. And that right there is what pisses me off the most. What pisses me off the most, especially as a Black woman, is that we give room to these other groups of women to pull our coattail, to call us out. We give them the ammunition. And when they do pull that trigger on us like, hold on. All right, I let you talk all this time. I didn't say anything. But when they do finally start talking about us, we can't even really say anything because it's not a lie. Y'all want me to lie? I can't do it. Even as a sister, I'm not going to do it. Oh, I'm going to keep it real, Soraya. You know I will. You know, and like I said, y'all, and I got to make this abundantly clear because I feel like that is a misconception about or a misperception about my platform. A lot of women, Black women in particular, they try to make it seem like I hate us and I hate women and I'm just all about caping for men and Black men in particular. And, you know, I do a bunch of pandering. No, I keep it real. And I'm going to call us out the most and hold us accountable most. Because again, I want the best for us and I am us. I can't check no grown ass man. That's for a man to do. Will we call them out? Sure. But to make my whole platform about, yeah, men need to do this and men need to do that. And bitch, you're not even a man. No, I'm not going to do that, sis. I'm not. Be mad in the car. All right. So please, I want y'all to understand when you come to my platform, I'm going to be as real as I possibly can. Okay, it's never going to give, oh, you know, this is where I'm standing and, you know, I'm just going to act blind, deaf, and dumb to the other side. No, I'm going to be real across the board. It's fair and balanced as I possibly can. Okay, so let me continue. What pisses me off is that when it comes to us sisters, we give everybody the ammunition. We give them, you know, all of these different things to be able to call us out on. And when they do call it out, again, we can't even say anything because what they're saying is truthful. When she comes into this video talking about, yeah, I already knew I had him in the bag because, you know, what he's compared to what he's used to, yeah, I got him. He ain't never had a woman to allow him to lead. That's essentially what she just said. I catered to him, average and all. I catered to him. I submitted to him, average and all. I didn't try to emasculate him, dominate him, control him, compete with him. I was here to be complimentary. That's what she said. So when she says that, and she's like, yeah, I looked around like, yeah, I already know I got him because there's no competition. She's not wrong in saying that. She's not. Because who can compete with that? When you are accustomed to having women disrespect you, neglect you, not appreciate you, not pour into you, not even listen to you, not even try to be compassionate, not even try to understand you. If that's what you're used to, and then somebody comes in and they treat you like a human being, it's like, oh, I'm going over there. And let me tell y'all something else that pisses me off. Something else that pisses me off is the fact that we give other groups of women the advantage over us, and all they have to do is the bare minimum and they win. Let me know when to shut up and I will. Let me know where I'm lying and I promise I won't say another word. Sisters, we treat our men so poorly, so terribly, that other groups of women can come into our communities or whatever and just give our Black men in particular, common courtesy, common human decency and respect, and they gone. They're gone. Because it's like, damn, I never even got treated like a human, let alone a man. We make it easy. And then we complain about it. Then we say, oh, we don't care. I'm going to get your passport for you. Oh, I don't care. I don't need you. And you do. You do care, which is why you are in the comment sections going back and forth, which is why you're making whole platforms illustrating who they really choose and shit. It's because you care. So we got to clean this up. We got to get it together. And again, this is me speaking as a Black woman myself. What she is saying, let's just go ahead and put it out there. It's triggering. It pisses me off. It's taking everything in me as a Black woman not to say, bitch, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? But when you really listen, objectively, it's not a lie. It's not. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Do some real talking a little big sis. Be mad at your mama. Thank you to Automatic that says she's not lying because Germany was my favorite duty station. And if I knew back then what I know now, I would have stayed my behind in Germany and claimed citizenship. Wow. See what I'm saying? Y'all make it so easy for the men that you want to be with to be persuaded to go elsewhere. Y'all make it too easy. Y'all also make it too easy for these other females to call you out. And then everything that they're saying is that ether that's burning slow, and it's the truth. There's nothing worse than somebody calling you out on your bullshit, chin checking you, and it's nothing but facts. You can't do nothing but shut up. Thank you to Automatic. Thank you, King Pepper. It says, I would eat her fruit bowl. Can we not? Let's not start. That's what I'm saying. Like, that goes into, her catering and pouring into her man. Man, today, we don't even want to make him a bowl of cereal. You a grown-ass man. I ain't your maid. I ain't your mama. I ain't your servant. And it's like, wow. These other groups of women, they don't mind. This is what they do. This is how they're raised, how they're brought up. And that's something that really hurts me. I'm going to get into it. Thank you, Marcus. It says, great content, my sister from another mister. Thank you so much, Marcus. Let me say this, and I'm going to continue, you all. And we can hit 900. I'm going to need 800 first. It really hurts me as a Black woman, right, that loves Black women, that loves Black men, that loves Black children, that loves Black family, that loves Black people. It really pains me and it hurts me that these other groups do have an advantage over us because they were taught better. They were shown the proper examples. You know what I mean? So while I can understand, right? Listen, hear me out. While I can understand why we do what we do, because let's make no mistake about it. I come from the very things that y'all come from. I didn't grow up myself witnessing both of my parents being married to each other. I grew up myself in a broken home, going to stay with my mama on the weekends. And then Monday through Friday, I'm with my daddy. Sometimes I didn't see my mother for months at a time. I grew up like that. I grew up seeing my mother stripping. I grew up seeing my mother selling. And we know what that is. Come on. I grew up in the same conditions, if not worse than y'all. So I can understand. If nobody understands and get it, I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bringing that up to illustrate the fact of we have got to choose better for our damn selves. It hurts me the way that we are brought up. It hurts me and it pains me the examples that we were shown. But it comes a point in your life to where you got to choose better for yourself. You got to say, look, if I can't see it, I got to be it. I hope y'all feeling me. I hope y'all following where I'm coming from. I grew up seeing people on drugs, selling drugs like that. I grew up in the same communities y'all grew up in. Matter of fact, my house was the trap house. Let's talk about it. Uncle upstairs selling drugs out the little hole in the door. Let's be real. Like me too. But it comes to a point to where it's like, okay, I don't have to be where I come from. I don't have to continue to perpetuate those cycles. I don't have to feed into that. It would have been so easy for me. Hear me out. And again, y'all get these likes of some real talk. It would have been so easy for me to say, oh, well, the reason why I'm a hoe is because my mama was a hoe. Oh, the reason why I'm broken and I'm damaged and I'm confused and I'm out here in these streets is because, you know, that's what I saw growing up. It'd have been so easy. And it would have made a good understanding story, an understandable story. Like, oh, well, shit, I understand. I get it. Like, I mean, it's what she saw. It's what she was around. And so, I mean, what more could you expect? It's an easy cop out, though. I don't want to be a cop out. I don't want to rest on tragic trauma stories and shit just to make it seem like, oh, you know, well, I didn't have a choice. Yes, we do. So yes, it hurts me and it pains me to know and understand that we are at a disadvantage because we don't have the proper examples. We don't have the proper upbringings. And so these other women from these other groups and other cultures, yeah, they're going to have an advantage over us because, you know, that's how they were raised. They were brought up like how we're supposed to be. And so we're behind. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we get it. As Black people, we don't have the best. We got to make it do what it do, but let's make it do what it do, though. We missed that part. We continue to become the products of our environments. Hear me out, y'all. So, yes, I get what she's saying. I feel what she's saying. You know what I mean? And I don't like it, but it's the truth. Again, I'm still a Black woman, so what she's saying, it can still piss me off. Like, hold on, bitch. Well, the reason why you are like this because you had the proper upbringing. You had the proper examples. So, again, shut the fuck up. But me being objective and me being real, taking my emotions out of it. It's like, but she's right. And at the end of the day, we all make choices. And so we have to choose better for ourselves. That's my point. Okay, let me continue to see what y'all got to say. And then we're going to continue to break this down. But yeah, like, are y'all peeping game on how she's saying that she's out here catering to average men? Not the high value, not the rich and wealthy. She says she's catering to her average man. Did I mention he was Black? Lord have mercy. And that's something else. Y'all swear up and down that Black men are at the bottom of the barrel and at the bottom of the total pump. No. These other groups of women, they love Black men. They see the value in Black men. They want these Black men. And no, they are not the old, fat, out of shape Beckys. But do they want them too? Yes. But all across the board, come on, y'all. Let's wake it on up and stop the cap. Let me see. Okay, I got Marcus. All right, if I missed you, I apologize. King says, so you think Keisha is the best looking females? Here's my thing, King. I don't utilize my platform to pedestalize anybody over the other. Okay? That's my whole point. I'm not here to say, you know, Black women are the best or white women are the best. No, I'm not here to say any of that. Okay? First of all, that's subjective. You can have your opinion. I'm going to have mine. But what I won't allow is for y'all to make it seem like you in particular, King, to seem like, you know, all these other groups of women are way better and just shitting on Black women as far as the looks. Like that's completely false. Okay, like that's where I'm drawing the line. Like, we're not going to allow you to do too much. That's my whole point. But I'm going to go ahead and continue, and I'm going to read the rest of y'all donations in a second. But I want to get through this video because it is kind of long.
If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak, and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say.
And that's facts. She's again illustrating the order of things. She said, look, we don't over talk and overpower our men. We allow the man to speak. We allow him to voice his concerns, voice his opinions, give his thoughts, feedback. And then once you are able to listen to what he had to say, internalize the message of what he was saying, then you respond. But do we do that more often than not? We don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. We think, as a matter of fact, we're smarter than the men, right? And it's all because, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's all because y'all keep choosing the worst type of black men. Y'all choose the black men that you can overpower, that don't have no motion, that does not have anything going on for himself, that cannot properly lead you and guide you and protect you. Y'all choose them. That's who y'all choose. Cynthia G. Then before you know, it's like, oh, well, we have to lead the black men. We have to overtalk them. We have to teach them because they don't know how to do this. They don't know how to do that. No, the men that y'all choose don't know how to do that. The men that are attracted to you don't know how to do that. But solid, stand-up brothers, they do. They just probably don't want you. Or maybe even you don't want them. Whatever the case may be, this is what we do. And then before you know it, we have these ridiculous ideas and perspectives as it pertains to who leads what and who's smarter than who and who. We gotta clean it up. Who is this? Big shout out to Dre. I appreciate you, Dre. Y'all drop the crowns down in the comments for Dre. I'm gonna read all of y'all donations in a second, but I really want to break this down. But I love that she is saying that, even though my inner Keisha is triggered, okay? Even though my inner Keisha is triggered, like, bitch, easy for you to say, bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, my inner Keisha is like, hold on. But to just be honest and be real and objective, she ain't saying no lie yet.
Right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink?
What else is she saying? Oh my gosh. My inner Keisha, look, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's why y'all rock with your little big sister. I'm gonna be real, right? My inner Keisha is swinging, okay? My inner Keisha is like, bitch, what? Are you trying to call us dirty? My inner Keisha wants to put her in a headlock. My inner Keisha wants to pile driver her. My inner Keisha wants to, I don't know. Yeah, we gonna chill out. But this is what my inner Keisha is doing, y'all. Y'all laughing? I'm serious. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, I'm still a black woman at the end of the day. Okay. If push came to shove, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm gonna stand with Keisha. Okay, if it were ever a thing of the Latina versus the Becky versus the I'm gonna stand with Keisha. You know what I mean? If we had to square up, I'm gonna stand with Keisha because I'm a black woman. All right, it's still my people first. I'm sorry, but I am able to be honest and real enough to take criticism. I am. But if Becky or what y'all call them, Rosalita, if any of those chicks was like, oh yeah, you black Keishas, y'all, if they ever tried to pick a fight, yeah, I'm gonna stand with Keisha. We gonna have to duke it out. I'm sorry. Just the same as I would hope that my brothers would stand with their brothers if, you know, the Johns and the Victors or whoever tried to come at y'all. I would hope that y'all would still band with y'all brothers, you know, whether, you know, they were the Pookies or whether they were, you know, the Pauls. I would hope that y'all would still come together as black men. Like, hold on now. We know we got some fucked up things going on, but not too much. I would hope y'all would do the same thing. And so I'm just going to be real enough to say that, but still be real enough to acknowledge the other side. I just hope y'all know that, okay? So, yeah, like, Inner Keisha wants to body slam her. But what is she saying? She's saying that, and I know it's triggering y'all. I know you want to hit her. I know. But what she's saying is true. A lot of us, just being completely honest, I hate to even admit this shit, but she's not lying. A lot of us are dirty. A lot of us don't know how to keep a home. A lot of us don't know how to respect our men. A lot of us don't know how to submit. A lot of us don't know how to cater. She ain't lying though. Y'all, I can count on one hand how many Black women, y'all gonna be mad. I can count on one hand how many Black women's homes I went to, and I was like, oh, she actually keeps it tidy. She actually keeps it, you know, clean. You know, it's that bad out here. You know what I mean? Everybody else just got junk piled to the fucking ceilings, dust on the ceiling fans that's been there for 10 years. You know, rings around the tub, like just nasty work. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? I'll just put it over there in the corner, girl. I get it later ass shit. You know, it's just nasty. Dog fur everywhere, cat fur everywhere, smell like piss. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. I can count on one hand how many Black women's homes I went to, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's nice here. You know, it's decent. So when she's saying, yeah, you know, I gave my man a clean environment to where he felt comfortable, he felt respected, I can't get mad at that when I myself have had that same experience. Kids got the house fucked up, like no order. Trash piled up, trash outside the damn doors, and just trash in the damn kitchen. Just nasty work. Y'all don't even clean out your refrigerators. You know what I mean? Like nothing. So when she's saying that, yes, my inner Keisha wants to slap her, but she's not lying. I can only imagine how refreshing it would be for a man to go to a woman's home and it's like, oh, damn, she's actually somebody that is organized. Damn, she's actually somebody that, you know, wipes down her countertops and, you know, dusts her ceiling fans and, you know, cleans her tub and, you know, puts her dishes away and it's not piled up to the damn top of the damn ceiling. Damn, really? And she's nice? Again, we have completely lowered the bar and made it so easy for these other women to come through like, yeah. And don't let that other group of women be somebody that is the epitome of what a woman should be. Now he really gone. And I know what y'all are saying. Well, we don't want those Black men anyway. We divested. We done with the Black men anyway. They can have them. I know what y'all saying, but it's not true. You know that's cap. Y'all know the Black men are the ones that y'all prefer. Let's stop. That's why y'all go so hard about it. That's why y'all get so mad about it. That's why y'all get so triggered about it. Let's stop. So y'all are actually working against yourselves. Y'all are making it easy. And like I said, don't let that other group of women be a woman that is the epitome of what a real woman is supposed to exemplify and embody. Oh, he's gone forever. Y'all treat y'all men so poorly that a woman can just say, hey, I like your shirt. And he's like, oh, damn, I want to marry her type shit. Oh, a woman could say, oh, thank you for holding the door for me. And he's sold because you don't do that. You make it easy. Let's continue, y'all. And I promise I'm going to get to the rest of y'all super chats. And again, big shout out to you, Dre. I'm going to read that in a second. Let's take it back a little bit because she did, kind of allude to us being dirty. And my inner Keisha does want to slap her. I'm going to be real.
Completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean.
You're dirty. I let the man speak. Then I spoke when spoken to.
I cooked.
Y'all bitches don't cook. Y'all will pizza roll a nigga to death. Y'all will, hot dog and bun a nigga to death. Pause.
He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink?
He didn't know what it was like to have a woman actually give a damn. Translation. He didn't know it was like not to be ignored.
Before I got myself something to drink.
He didn't know it was like to be, again, catered to. Put first.
Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this.
How many of y'all... How many of y'all even care about feeding y'all's husbands or y'all's men the proper foods that are nutritious in value? When was the last time you had your woman that was a sister, right? When was the last time you had a woman that was a sister make you a fruit bowl? Bring you home a fruit bowl. Make you a smoothie. That's something else I feel like we should be implementing into our relationships, making sure that we are contributing to the good health and well-being of our men. That in and of itself is something that exemplifies that you respect him, that you care about him, that you love him. Because a lot of us, and I'm gonna be real, even the good quality women who do cook for their men, that do, cater to their men, we're not doing it in the healthiest of ways. We out here frying up pork chops every damn day, chicken every damn day. You know what I mean? Artery clogging ass foods. We're not thinking about, oh, this may have an effect on his mind. This may have an effect on his heart, on his gut health. You know what I mean? How many guys out there have colon cancer and, all kind of shit? And it can stem from your woman not giving you the proper nutrition. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that you don't have your own responsibility of making sure that you're taking care of yourself. But ladies, even if you are a good wife and a good woman, make sure that you're, looking out for the well-being of everybody in your household's health. What are you feeding them? When you go to the grocery store, what are you grabbing? And I get it. As humans, we want to, indulge and partake in, the snacks and junk foods. But how many of us are really taking it into consideration? Okay, well, my husband, he has not been eating this, so let me make sure I'm grabbing that. Let me get some damn kale. Let me get some spinach, something. But this is what these other groups of women are doing. And that in and of itself is exemplifying how much they are paying attention, how much they care, how much they love. That's thoughtfulness. Let's continue.
So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him, you know?
She said the people in his family did not even do that for him. What is that saying? And we can hit 1,000. All right, we can. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. That is saying that it is in our culture. And again, that breaks my heart. I need us to fix these things. We do not have to continue to perpetuate where we come from. We can change it. We can break these generational curses. We can. We can. I'm doing it currently as we speak. There is no way I should not have been a teen mom. There is no way I shouldn't have been a stripper, a prostitute. I shouldn't even be married at this point. You know what I mean? I should probably be on drugs, to be honest with you. So it is possible. We do not have to be what we've witnessed. We don't have to be our upbringing. We don't have to be our childhood. We don't have to be our parents. We can change that shit. I promise you. I do it daily. But what is she saying? She's saying that our culture is like this. Our culture is dysfunctional. Not only are our men going out here and being disrespected by the women, the black women, the sisters that they are encountering, but they were not even raised up this way. The men around us were not even raised up by their mothers to be respected. Their grandmothers to be respected. They don't know what it's like to actually be taken into consideration. You know what I mean? And that's sad. That is so sad to me.
Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially Black American family, has barely a family unit, you know?
And again, the Keisha in me does want to put her in, you know, what they call a suplex. I want to suplex her ass, but she's not lying. And initially, on the surface, when you're listening to what she's saying, as a black person, you can be like, again, like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, why you keep making it about black, black, black? Well, the reason why she's doing that, though, is because she's speaking from her own personal experience. She's with a black man. So, of course, by default, she's going to be able to pull from what she is witnessing by way of her being in close proximity to the black community. You know what I mean? So she's going based upon what she has seen up close and personally. Up close and personally, I can bear witness to it being the German suplex. From her being up close and personally, she can bear witness to the fact that there is no structure. There is no culture. There is no community within, you know, the dynamics of a black family. You know, it's non-existent. And so that's why she's speaking from that place of continuously bringing up black, you know, emphasizing black. And like I said, on the surface, it can be triggering to a black person because it's like, bitch, why are you singling us out? Well, she's doing that because that is what she sees, because that's who she's married to. Her family is now, you know, black. Okay. But that, again, is sad. And that also illustrates the fact that we need to change that and clean that up as black people. You know, let's start honoring and respecting each other. Let's make that our culture, to where everybody in our household feels heard, valued, respected, no matter the age, no matter the sex, the gender. You know what I mean? No matter what, we all feel valued, we all feel heard, we all feel respected. You know what I mean? I feel like that is important. But let's continue.
No, there is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family.
And I hate to keep pausing it, but what she is saying is so true. Even me growing up, you all, it was a struggle, okay? I'm gonna be honest. I didn't ever know when I was going to eat. When I was small, we didn't know what we were going to eat. Me and my brother, we were practically just, man, little hood rats. Okay? Scavenging for cheese. Like, that was me and my brother growing up. And what's so crazy is we had adults around, but they weren't around. And so I know that's paradoxical. Like, okay, there. What I'm trying to say is, like, there was no real adult supervision though. Like, they would be in the home, but they would not be around. Like, so for example, me growing up, I grew up at my grandmother's home, and all of my grandmother's children lived in this big home that she had. All of her kids, all their kids, lived in this big ass house, and most of the time, to be honest, the children were left to supervise themselves. The adults, our parents, were out in the streets, you know, or they were quote unquote at work all damn day, every damn day. You know what I mean? And so a lot of the times we were just left to fend for ourselves. So we didn't know what we were going to eat, if we were going to eat. And it again breaks my heart because there's so many of us in the Black community to where that is our story. Of course, we don't have a set time to eat because, bitch, we don't have no food. And if we got food stamps, mama probably sold them so she can get her a new lace front. You just never know. Just silly shit. That's what we go through. And so, of course, by default, you're going to have an advantage, going to have an upper hand because that's what you're accustomed to. That's how you were raised. We were not. You know what I mean? And so while what she's saying is pissing me off, my inner Keisha is pissing my inner Keisha off, I can't get mad because it's factual. We don't have order in our homes. The children are neglected, disrespected. We are the blind, deaf, and dumb leading the blind, deaf, and dumb. Nobody's trying to break the patterns. Everybody just using the patterns as an excuse as to why they don't do certain things or why they can't do certain things. Let's continue.
Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you. It doesn't matter if they're young. It doesn't matter if they're older. They are willing to take care of you, willing to work with you, willing to be a part of your life.
What is she saying here? She's saying, fellas, y'all don't have to settle. You don't have to tolerate that bullshit. It's plenty of women out there, such as myself, that would love to be with you, that would love to respect you, love you, honor you, submit to you, cater to you, follow your direction. You don't have to settle for that bullshit. She's recruiting. Yep. This is ultimately why y'all are mad. Y'all are mad because they are recruiting the very men that you swore up and down you didn't need. But again, we already know secretly you're on this type of energy. And again, y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. A lot of these sisters would hate to admit the fact that this right here summarizes exactly what they're going through and experiencing. The Helga G. Pataki effect. Now, if you are not in a 90s baby or an 80s baby, you probably don't know what this is. But this is Helga G. Pataki kissing an Arnold that is made out of his chewed bubble gum that she stalks him and picks up from the ground. And she created this whole shrine dedicated to the love of her life that in real time she pretends to hate. Okay? So if you all are unfamiliar with Hey Arnold, there is a character on there by the name of Helga G. Pataki that has a huge crush on Arnold. Now, Arnold and everybody around them would not know this because In public, Helga treats Arnold like trash. He's a stupid football head, right? He's dumb. He's short. You know, he's a dweeb. He's a dork. This is what Helga calls Arnold. This is how she treats Arnold. You would never know that behind the scenes, she had a whole damn shrine dedicated to him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the very energy and condition that a lot of these sisters suffer from when it comes to Black men. In public, oh, we don't want y'all broke dusties. We don't need y'all. I'll buy your passport for you. That's what they're doing in public. But behind the scenes, they're Helga G. Pataki, collecting your old bubble gum that you threw on the damn ground, creating visuals of your face so that she can kiss it and love it. Oh, football head. Oh, Black man. If only you knew how much I love you. Looking ass. That's what's going on. Right? And y'all laugh, but I'm so serious. This is what's at play. And so I'm saying all of that to really drive home the point of we do not like what this Russian lady is doing. Talking about, oh, you don't have to settle. Come over here. I'm better. I'll respect you. I'll love you. Bitch, what? Don't be out there recruiting our men that we secretly love, but we gotta pretend like we don't. Bitch, are you out your mind? And it makes it no better that, again, this is an attractive woman. Let's be clear, you all. And again, it's no shade. I just got to be honest, even as a Black woman myself. Okay. A lot of us, we do not take care of ourselves. There, I said it. We're out of shape. We're lazy. We're disrespectful. And sure, you could argue the fact, well, the reason why is because we're depressed. We're stressed out. We got so much on our plate. We got so much on our shoulders. I hear you. I feel you. I understand you. If nobody does, I do, sweetheart. Again, I should be like that. I should be worse off than a lot of y'all that have the most damn excuses. A lot of y'all grew up with y'all mamas. Wasn't nothing wrong with your mama. Outside of her bad attitude. Your mama wasn't on drugs. Your mama wasn't out here in the streets neglecting you. Your mama wasn't out here prostituting and stripping. Your mama wasn't doing that. My mama was. So, again, I don't want to hear that shit about, oh, well, it's because. Look, save it. Save it. What I'm saying is actual factual. Do I like what I'm saying? No, but it's the truth. So y'all will really be in y'all's feelings when you have a woman from a different race, a different culture coming through, recruiting the very men that you secretly love, that you really want to be with. You just want him to lower his standards and tolerate, but they're not doing that. And so it presents a huge problem for you all when these other women are coming through, showing them better, treating them better, giving and offering them better. Because again, there's no competition. Of course you're going to choose me. Again, I'm in shape. I take care of myself. I'll take care of you first. We know y'all don't like that. That's going to have to make you step your game up. And again, a lot of us like to just be able to use our upbringings, our childhood, what we've gone through as a crutch. Let's be honest. So again, we don't have to do any work. Oh, well, I'm fat because my mama was fat, and I'm depressed because of my childhood, and I grew up like this, and I saw this, and I saw that, and I went through this, and my baby daddy wasn't shit, and my baby daddy beat me. Look, sorry that you went through that, but at the end of the day, what I say earlier, it's a choice. You make a choice. You don't have to be what you've been through. You don't have to be what you come from. So yeah, cool story, bro. But at the end of the day, when it's coming to choosing the woman to be with, it's not going to be you. Excuses that could be valid and all. Like, oh, that's a valid reason why she's like that. I mean, it makes sense. Don't matter. It's the real world. It does not matter. We don't care. Nobody cares. You have to care. So, of course, a lot of y'all are in y'all feelings and highly upset when these other women come through looking better than you, treating the men better than you, recruiting the men away from you. It's a no-brainer who they're going to choose. Of course you mad. I'll be mad too. I'm so glad I got my damn husband. Bitch, please. Let's continue.
You don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your hometown, because unfortunately, a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in, and they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Oh, that right there. That right there was the ether. In the end of that video clip, she basically recruited the men to come over to her neck of the woods, right? Get away from you. And then she went on to prove the point that I've been trying to make, that a lot of y'all, just being honest, a lot of y'all really do want to be settled down. Y'all really do want to be married. Y'all really do want a man, a black man in particular. But due to you not wanting to put in that necessary work, due to you wanting a man to pretty much settle for you and tolerate you, you X yourself out by default. And then because you are not the ideal woman that a man will want to be with, and he's really passing you up and passing you by, not choosing you, well, instead of admitting, well, they're not actually choosing me, I'll just say, well, I'm single by choice. Bitch, please. That is not in our nature as women to be single anything. Are you serious? Y'all Bibles even tell y'all that we were made for man. Are you dumb? So, yeah, that ether was the recruiting of it all, and also her telling y'all, yeah, I peep game on you, sis. You out here talking a good game and a big game, but I see right through you because I'm a woman too, and I know what it's hitting for. You say you don't want that, but the truth is you don't want it because it does not want you. You don't want it because you can't have it. That's that ether. And again, let's take it a step further. It does not even matter how beautiful you are. That's just the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake when it comes to these other women is the fact that they are attractive, but they're also good quality women. And again, sisters, I understand why we behave the way that we behave. I understand why we are the way we are. But again, it's a choice now. You got to do better now. You got to choose better now. You got to do that internal work, that self-reflecting. And it can be highly uncomfortable. Highly uncomfortable. Do y'all know how uncomfortable it was when I had to peep game on myself and chin check myself, when I started to realize that I was adopting some of the same qualities as my mother? I was like, damn. Let me unlearn that shit. Let me give y'all an example. My mother, she would always have a reason as to why she did some fucked up shit, right? Like the rest of us, right? And excuse my language, but I gotta be real and raw, okay? This is me, take it or leave it, okay? My mother, she would always have an excuse or a rebuttal to, you know, why she did something. But when it came to you, it was like, oh, you don't get to have an excuse. You can sit my mother down and say, hey, you did this and this hurt my feelings. Well, she'll turn it around and make it about her. Yeah, well, but this hurt my feelings. And what about what I went through? And what about this? And I found myself one day doing that same shit. Fuck what you've been through. I had to tell myself that, bitch, fuck what you've been through. Who cares? It does not give you the leadway to go ahead and treat people any kind of way just because you've been through something. It used to piss me off when my mother did that. So how dare I turn around and do the same thing? I had to check myself on that. I had to always be the victim. That was something else I had to chin check myself on that my mother was doing. Oh, well, you know, you did this to me. You neglected me in this way. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about, it was times, you all, where I had to sit down with my mother, and it was so uncomfortable. I had to sit down with my mother, woman to woman, and tell her exactly where she came up short, what I was feeling, what I was going through, and it was all respectfully. I never said, bitch, you ain't do this shit, and bitch, I never did that. I used to sit down with my mother, woman to woman, calm, cool, collected, and express to her my experience, the things that I've gone through due to her not being around, or due to her being drunk all the damn time, or due to her, whatever. I had to sit down with my mother and do that. And do you know, each and every time she reverted back to, oh, but my childhood this, and oh, but I went through that, and oh, but my mother did this to me, and oh, but it was always that, and it pissed me off, because to me, it completely was invalidating my experience. It was dismissing what I was going through. Like, yeah, I get it. You went through that, but let me tell you what I've been through and what pain you inflicted upon me. It would always go back to, oh, but me and my pain, but me and my mother, but me and I hated that. And I have found myself doing that same shit. And when somebody called it out, my husband actually called it out. When my husband called it out, I was like, damn, I need to fix that shit. But what if I was the type of wife, before I was even a wife, what if I was the type of girlfriend that was not receptive to correction? That wanted to just shut down everything that my man was telling me. And say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, nah, I ain't nothing like my mama, and you everything like your mama. You don't understand what I've been through. We don't look. What if I would have been that? I'm so grateful. And I really want to encourage you ladies to get in the mode of putting your pride to the side, putting your ego to the side. Let them guards down and allow people to chin check you respectfully so that you can really do that self-work. I could have been just like you and said, nigga, shut the fuck up. You all know what the fuck you talking about. I ain't nothing like my mama. How dare you say that about me? Oh, hell no. My husband, and let me peep the game. I used to complain to my husband about the things that my mother was doing. This how solid my husband is. He said, but you do that shit too. Respectfully, I'm putting more emphasis on it. My husband don't curse, okay, unless he really upset, you know. But he would say, no, but you do that too. I'm like, damn, I do. And he would give me examples of me doing that. And I'm like, damn, that is that. But what if I was the type of female, black woman, right? So it's like, nigga. First of all, I ain't here for all of that. I ain't here for you to try to tell me what I'm doing wrong and this and the third. I'm here to just vent, nigga. Just let me talk. It's a time and a place. And my husband does allow me the time and the space to vent and get that shit off. And then guess what? When I'm done, he says, okay, I hear you. And he'll break it down to me of how he's internalized and interpreted what I said. And then he'll go ahead and correct me and give me some solid critiques as far as the work that I need to do. And I love that. That's why we need men. That's why women need men. It's imperative. So I'm going to always be a strong advocate for men being the leaders, being the teachers, because y'all are naturally that. But us women, we are the ones who need to be receptive to it. Stop always shutting it down. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what I've been through. Who are you to say this? No. Take it away. Empty that cup. Listen. He could be saving your damn life. He could be saving you from yourself. So it was a lot of work that I had to do on myself. But here's the flip side to it. That work that I did on myself was by way of a man. Damn, homie. Let that marinate. The work that I even had to do on myself as a woman was by way of a man's leadership, a man's guidance, a man's teaching, a man's love. And it pains me that so many of you women out there will never even get that experience because you keep on blocking your blessings. You know it all. You know best. You don't even give a man an opportunity to tell you anything, especially not about yourself. That's why we need men. So even me, with being the wise, intelligent, beautiful woman that y'all see today, okay? Respectfully, put some respect on my name. I still have to credit that to a man. So to me, that speaks volumes about how much we do need men in our lives. And I'm not talking about these little boys with good dick that y'all like. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about these little boys and grown men bodies. I'm talking about real solid stand-up brothers. Y'all need that. So it is a crying shame that y'all are out here allowing these other women to come through and recruit the very men that you need. What a crying shame that you ladies are not out there taking a step back and taking a look in the mirror and saying, okay, what work do I need to do? Allowing somebody to correct you. I hope y'all feeling me. If not, it is what it is. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. FS Claire coming through. I'm gonna go to the bottom and work my way up. Big shout out to FS Claire. I appreciate you, FS Claire, for always coming through, showing up and showing out. I take you for granted, not at all. FS Claire says, how you treat a thing is a display of how you value it. What does how Black women treat Black men say? This is a larger issue. Our people value destruction, and anyone who addresses our flaws are either a coon or a racist. We don't want fixed. You know what, FS Claire? That was a sweet bar you just dropped. Y'all drop the chocolate bars down in the comments for FS Claire. Because that's actual factual. How you treat a thing is how you value it. Let's take it a step further, FS Claire. How many of us love our damn selves? That's diving deeper. Look how we treat ourselves as the FS Claire. You couldn't love yourself because, and I'm speaking to my sisters real quick. We couldn't love ourselves as Black women because we let ourselves get this fucking out of shape. We couldn't love ourselves as Black women because we don't take care of our own natural hair. We couldn't love ourselves as Black women because we want to put on everybody else's features but our own. We couldn't love ourselves as Black women because we want to bleach skin and all kind of different things. So how do we feel about ourselves? That's the real deep diving question. See, I love myself, which is why I don't have a problem giving love and showing love to you, because I love me. But FS Claire, can we go to a different level and to the conversation and say, maybe these females out here don't treat the brothers or treat the men with respect and love because they don't love and respect themselves. You can't give what you don't got. Thank you, Mauricio. It says, I would love a Black woman as a wife. If they treat me like the other women who want me, it's disappointing to have to go to another race to get basic respect. And I feel that. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am sorry that my brothers feel like they have no other option but to explore different options. Thank you, Slim Daddy. It says, we men have to be Superman, healed, manly, trauma-free, etc. But hyenas think they can pull us with no effort, obese, and excuse Latin outcomes, pass. And that's, damn, y'all dropping bars, gems, and jewels. That is a valid point. It is. We want y'all to be picture perfect as men. When oftentimes y'all go through worse than we've gone through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all's upbringings, y'all's childhood as men were probably worse than ours as women. Man up. Because you ain't no daddy around, so now you got to be the man of the house. You can't cry. You can't have your emotions. You can't express yourself. Let me tell y'all something. I went to the grocery store, was that yesterday or the day before? I went to the grocery store. It was very recently. And when I went, it was this young boy in there. He couldn't be no more than maybe, if I had to guess his age, I would probably put him at 16. And he had, he had 3 or 4 younger brothers with him. And so I'm looking at this young boy. He had to be no more than 16 years old with what I would assume are his little brothers. And their ages, I would say it ranged from maybe, I would say 6 through 9, maybe 5 through 9. So I see this 16-year-old boy with his younger siblings, probably ranging from 5 through 9 years old. And he's at the self-checkout, trying to, I guess, buy groceries. You know what I mean? And I'm telling y'all, these little kids was bad as hell. Oh, they hitting each other and, they grabbing candy. Hey, ring this up. Hey, I want this. They doing all of this. And I'm looking at this young man and I can tell he's frustrated. I can. But he's trying to keep himself composed. And I'm looking at him. He looking at me and he's just like, man. And I could just see just how overwhelmed he was in that moment, especially with him being in that case, the fatherly figure, so it's looking like, you know, I got these unruly kids around me. I don't know how to do this. And like, he's irritated, he's frustrated, but I can see that he's trying to keep his composure. And so he's ringing up the items, and these kids, they hitting each other and grabbing candy. And, you know, I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn, I wonder what that young brother is going through at home. So where he's out here with his little brothers acting the damn fool, and he has to go out here to the grocery store and buy the food for the household, and, you know, keep them in alignment and keep them in check. He was like, man, shut up. He had got so damn mad. He said, man, shut up, put that back. And it's a young guy. And so to me, all of this is just coming to me, and I'm like, damn, I wonder what he's going through at home, and I wonder what role he is being forced to have to play at such an early age. And my heart broke for him, because here he is, a young guy, young black boy, you know, he had locks, like y'all would judge him, you know, stereotypical looking young black thug, right? He had the little locks, you know, he had, you know, a chocolate brother, he had hoodie on and shit, you know, the shorts, tennis shoes, like he was that. But I was just so impressed by the way he handled himself. And yeah, he did start yelling at them damn kids. They were bad as hell. But nonetheless, like, he really did play that role of being the big brother figure, being that fatherly figure. And I felt sorry for him in a sense, because it's like he's not getting an opportunity. And this is just me observing and peeping game. I don't know what the real circumstances are, but just from me observing, you know, the interaction, I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn, like, he's potentially missing out on his childhood. You know what I mean? Because he's being forced to be in this position of being this big brother or being this fatherly figure in these little boys' lives. And it's just like, he's kind of missing out. So a lot of you young black men in particular, y'all had to carry heavy loads very early on. You didn't have the opportunity or the luxury of going outside and playing. You had to go to work. You had to go to the grocery store. You had to watch your mama's kids. You had to play the role of being the protector. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't have that privilege. So it's a lot that you young guys out there had to go through. You men out there have to go through, that you just have to bottle up and just take it. Like, I mean, this is what I'm being presented with, and so I'm just gonna deal with it. I gotta man up. Even if you wanted to break down and cry, even if you had an attitude, even if you felt overwhelmed, even if you felt neglected, even if you felt disrespected, even if you felt invisible, like you didn't matter, you had to just man up, suck it up, deal with it, and go on and grow up to become these men that, again, never got the experience of having somebody to appreciate you, value you, hear you out, know what you want. A lot of y'all just had to do what you had to do, not what you wanted to do. You never got a chance to have a voice of your own, a mind of your own. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm saying all that to say this. These men are going through just as much, if not worse, than a lot of us sisters. Yet we're expecting for them to have it all figured out, have it all together. That's fucking unfair. And that's why these other women have no problem coming through, snatching up your men, because they at least make them feel like they're human. They at least make them feel like they're valued, they're respected. They finally get a chance to be seen. They finally get a chance to be heard. I digress. Y'all like the video. And I can speak for that with my own personal experience as well. My brother, RIP to him, he passed away last year from cancer at 33. My brother, we were 1 year and 4 months apart. And when I tell y'all that my brother had to take on such a huge role in my life, in our lives, at a very early age. Because daddy wasn't around like that. He was always working, right? Mama already let y'all know what that was hitting for. She was not even around at all. So oftentimes, like my brother, even with only being 1 year older than me, he had to play that fatherly role for me. And me too for him. I had to play that fatherly and motherly role for him as well. Like we were each other's rocks. We were each other's parents. And so, like a lot of us go through that. And I can personally speak from firsthand experience, seeing my brother have to take on that type of role when it came to me. Like he had to be my protector. He had to look out for me. We didn't have no food. So my brother was out here, you know, going through the alleyways looking for change and shit. You know, my brother was the one not eating his lunch so that he can save the money for later on so we can go to the corner store and get chips. You know what I mean? And that breaks my heart. Excuse me, y'all. It breaks my heart that we don't give our brothers the grace that y'all so desperately deserve and need. A lot of y'all went through some real tough shit. And we don't respect y'all. We don't see y'all as human. Yet, we want all the sympathy. We want all the empathy. We are not the only ones suffering and struggling, ladies. So it breaks my heart that we really treat each other like this. And I gotta hone in on my sisters because I am a woman. And I see how we do our brothers. I see how we treat them. I see how we disrespect them. And before you know it, it's like, damn, well, I might as well go over here because now I'm finally being heard. I'm finally being seen. I'm finally being loved. That's fucked up. Especially knowing that a lot of y'all brothers went through the same shit that you went through, if not worse. Yet he's trash. Excuse me, y'all. I'm passionate. I hope you all can really feel and see how passionate I am, how sincere I am about the things that I talk about. See, for other content creators, it's all about a click and a view. You know, it's all about, okay, this is hot. This is hot news. Let me hop on it. When I see this type of shit, y'all, this shit really resonates with me. It really hits home for me. And I understand YouTube is a business, right? So we want to make sure that we're getting our click and our view and everything of that sort. But this shit is real for me. I built my platform because I genuinely want to fix this shit. I genuinely want us to do better. I know what I witnessed. I know how I grew up. I want the best for us. I am tired of the same sorry ass songs, the same stupid ass excuses. Well, I've been through this, I've been through that. So have we all. It's a choice. And if y'all don't choose better, If y'all don't choose to do better, if y'all don't choose to do the self-work, you're going to be by your fucking self. Sis in this video is not lying. When she's saying y'all going to end up alone, she's not lying. And that breaks my heart. We are our own worst enemies. We are our own downfalls. We give away the good men. Trash and tragic. Kid says the future of Black community is brown. Hashtag damage is done. Man, and I can't even get mad at statements like that. Thank you, Alabama. I'm just gonna call you Alabama, and please change your damn profile picture. We're not gonna play with your ass. Thank you, Hurt. It says, you're right, Danica. You survived. Your mother not being there for you, but their mothers were in their lives and have failed to raise them properly and still mess them up. Man. And that's what I'm saying. We just all the way around gotta do better, choose better, be better. Otherwise, it's going to be the same shit repeating itself. And you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Thank you, Johnny. It says, please take 3 deep breaths to calm down. Let me calm down. Woosa. I think I'm good, Johnny. Like I said, girl, I'm just really passionate about what the fuck I be talking about. Like this stuff, this is real life. This is real life. And of course, we're going to be able to, talk our shit and, laugh and joke. But at the end of the day, this is real life. And we have got to do better. We have to. Like I said, my inner Keisha is kicking and screaming. My inner Keisha wants to, people's elbow this bitch, okay? But it's like, no, Danica, listen to what she's saying. It's not false. You can even relate some of the things that she's saying right back to your childhood, right back to yourself. So anyway, thank you. I don't know how to say your name. Teresias? I don't know. It says, when God created the Black man, he really said, most loved, most hated on me. Laughing my ass off, man. This shit is not a drill. It's so sad. It's so sad, y'all. I really hate it. And like I said, when it comes to Black men, like y'all get no grace, no love. You're supposed to just automatically have it all figured out, even though you've been through the same shit, if not worse. Like it's craziness. It really is craziness. Thank you, John Till. It says a legitimate child. I'm sorry, I cannot read, y'all. The illegitimate, am I saying that right? Yeah, I know I get tongue-tied. Children is worse than the weight. I don't know if I can put one over the other, but sure. Yeah, I'll give you that. Because you can lose the weight. You can get healthy. You can get in shape. But y'all raising up these children that are unruly and all over the place, that are ultimately going to be the ones running the future. Yeah, that is problematic. So, yeah, you got a point. Thank you, Chris. It says reject the Helgas and go for a Lila. Not Lila. Oh, Lila. You must be a 90s or 80s babies, Chris. But thank you so much. Thank you, Leonard. It says, Leonard Hill, I served 10 years of my 26-year military life in Europe, and she said no lies. The American Black women stationed there knew they could never compete with European women. FYI, European women consist of all shades. Yeah, and it's sad. Because like I said, Leonard, I understand why we are the way that we are. Like we were not raised in particular ways. And so, of course, they're going to have that advantage. But it comes a point in our lives to where we have to grow up. We have to take accountability for ourselves. Stop blaming it on your mama. Stop blaming it on your daddy. Stop blaming it on your upbringing. Stop blaming it on your childhood, your grandma, your neighborhood. No, grow up. Do things differently. Break those generational curses and those cycles. Thank you, United South. It says, good show. Keep it up, listening and driving the big truck. Shout out to you, United Enterprise. Who is this? Uh-oh. Big shout out to Darius coming through. I'm going to read that in a second. And like I said, y'all, I really appreciate y'all showing me so much love. Okay, I really do. I take none of y'all for granted. Y'all don't have to give me shit. So thank you. Thank you for seeing my authenticity. Thank you for seeing my heart. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for appreciating me, because I surely appreciate y'all. You don't have to do anything. So thank you. I'm still scrolling. I want to make sure I acknowledge all of y'all, because like I said, y'all ain't got me no money. So when y'all give me super chats, I do my best to read all of those. I don't care how bogus they are. So thank you. Hold on. Shit, y'all, it's not letting me scroll. And that's what it's bittersweet. Like, for me, I get so passionate and caught up in what I'm saying that I can go off on a tangent, and before you know it, I'm backed up and I'm not able to acknowledge everybody, and I get frustrated because I want to make sure I say thank you for your donations. Thank you. Thank you, Johnny. It says, this Black professor at a college in Santa Barbara, California, teaching a course about Black men and other groups of women are acing this course. What? And that's sad though to me, Johnny. How are others acing the course on how we should be with our own? Like, come on now. This is crazy. Oh, I'm still scrolling, y'all. Give me a second. I gotta acknowledge everybody. I really do. Shit, y'all. I'm still scrolling. Y'all give me a second. While I'm scrolling, y'all get these likes up. I know they not up. I'm going to check in a second. If my likes are not up, we're going to have a problem. If my likes not up, we're going to have to square up. Amen? Okay? I still got that inner Keisha in me. So let's not do too much. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Okay? Successful says, fruit bowl, it's a sin to prepare a sandwich. And you know what's successful? That's facts. It's like these other women come through like, yeah, I made him a fruit bowl and this and third. When it comes to us, we're not even making a sandwich for our man. Fruit bowls. You mean to tell me I gotta go out here and get me some grapes and pineapples and strawberries and kiwi? I ain't got time for that. Our men can't get a damn sandwich. Shout out to Game Changer. So come on now. Thank you, Luterio. It says, if Black men are so happy with non-Black women, why do they keep making videos about us? Laughing out loud. Well, this is what you fail to realize. I'm going to answer that for you as a Black woman. What y'all fail to realize, what we fail to realize as sisters, is that the Black men do want to be with us. This is where y'all are missing the mark. The Black men prefer to be with Black women. I know they try to push all these agendas and narratives about, they hate Black women and they hate their mama and they hate themselves. And yeah, I know what they say. And for a handful, that could be true. But if you really want to be honest and you want to look at the stats, Black men prefer to not only be with, but to marry Black women. The issue is they're not finding the quality in said Black women. So, of course, they'll come through like, man, I wish I would get this together. And man, this and the third. Of course, because they want to be with you. So I think that's where y'all missed the mark. Y'all make it seem like Black men hate Black women and they don't want to be with us. Yes, they do. We were the first choice. But due to how we treat them, how we neglect them, or whatever the case may be, we end up not being a choice at all. So that's why they come online talking about you, because they love you. They would want you to get your shit together so they can choose you. And hopefully by highlighting some of the things that you're doing wrong and point out certain things and detailing certain things that these other women are doing right, you can get the memo. So that's what we're dealing with. Thank you, Will. It says, I haven't given up on my American sisters. See what I'm saying? I didn't even read that yet. I already know. I haven't given up on my American sisters, but I have turned down the heat. Child support, preach. Thank you so much, Will. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get it twisted, sisters. These black men prefer us. You think they don't want to make children that look like them? You think they don't want to be in the same households, communities, environments with women and people that they can actually relate to, understand better? Yes. The issue is they're not finding what they're looking for in said women. That's it. It was never a thing of, oh, I like them better. I prefer them over you. You left them no choice but to X you out. That's the issue. Thank you, kid. It says black women in here big mad, missing the lesson as usual. And see, that's what I'm saying. We got to drop that, ladies. Like I say, I am you. I kept saying through this whole damn dope discussion how this chick is pissing me off. My inner Keisha want to slap her. But we got to drop that and really internalize the message, really internalize what she's saying and do the self-work. You got to accept it so you can correct it. Look. Anyway, thank you, Dusty. It says, I know what it is like to offer Cheez-Its. Dusty, shut your ass up. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I can't, y'all. I can't. Let me hide this comment. I'm not even gonna wait because you in here tripping to my damn Cheez-Its. We're not gonna play. We are not going to play. Johnny, are you next? It says, in my opinion, black women has no competition, period. Y'all just don't believe the truth in yourselves. I love your presentation today, plus the natural look too. Thank you so much, Johnny. And this is what I'm saying. And I love that my brothers are coming through, validating what I'm saying. The black men love black women. The black men would prefer to be with black women. They just need us to get the shit together. That's it. That's all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. We can't be this damn dense. Wake up. Peep the game. Get out your feelings. Please. I had to. Y'all in here crying, laughing. I don't know why y'all laughing. Thank you, Hurt. It says baby sis in her high chair today. Look, we in the high chair today. Okay, eating and cooking. Amen. Thank you, Tokyo. It says black women that keep themselves together, have low body counts, and act right are better than all other women on earth for black men. But how many black women do that? Again, y'all proving my point. The black men want to be with black women, but how many of them qualify? That's the issue. Thank you, FS. Again, it says just one counter argument, D. Black women claim to not know any better, but they act right when they get with white men. We need answers. They turn from Shaniqua to Sarah real fast. Ooh. Now, I'm going to say something, FS, and it may be triggering. It may be very triggering. It may be something that ruffles feathers. It may be controversial. But I'm going to go ahead and say, FS, that the reason why that happens is because a lot of these same women that swear up and down that y'all black men hate y'all selves, they hate themselves. Now follow me, FS. If I don't value me, if I don't love me, if I don't like me, everything that reminds me of me, everything that reflects back to me, I'm gonna not like that either. I'm not gonna respect that either. So you got that going on. Another level and layer is, and this is just being completely honest, like y'all know I'm gonna be. Other Black men remind these sisters of their fathers, and maybe their fathers were neglectful. Maybe their fathers were abusive. You know what I mean? And so they feel like anything but that, is better. And so I'm going to treat those other groups of men better because, again, they don't reflect back to me my trauma. They don't reflect back to me what I hate about myself. Following me? Just a thought. I can be completely wrong. I'm just saying. Thank you, Dre. Big shout out to you. It says, thank you for keeping it real. Now, you know I'm keeping it real, Dre. And they can just be mad, but I got to be real. Okay? I'm going to be as real, honest, transparent, open, period. Because that's the only way that we really evolve and grow. The only way that we really learn. You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to you, Dre. Okay. And big shout out to Dre, Darius, FS Claire. I appreciate all of y'all showing this type of love. Y'all are super duper dope. Thank you so much, Dre. Thank you, Successful. It says most people are average. She is in reality. And that's what my point is. It's only when it comes to us sisters, we think that we so high and mighty. Like, no, sis, humble yourself. Come back down to earth. Chill out so you can find something good. Thank you, David. It says, Anika, I already have much respect for you, but your transparency is next level, 100. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. And like I said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for allowing me to be able to be myself, to be able to, just tell y'all how I feel. Like, I appreciate that. Thank you. Big shout out to you, Terenzo. It says, the state of minds of Black women is far gone. They're now the London Palace guards on the universe. And now they're left having to stand there as ordered, doing nothing other than taking their punishment from the world as life passes by. Whoopsie. Now, Terenzo, why did you have to do all of that? Golly. Not you broke down everything in a damn... I don't even know how to even interpret that. Like, what? Lord. Thank you, Mike. It says, I'm so glad that more foreign women are calling out most American women for their foolishness. They are tired of the disrespect. And it's only a matter of time. Hold on, y'all. Thank you, Unity Resources, for your cash out. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to look up something. Okay. Right, me too. Yeah, y'all know Terenzo always gotta come through, give us a damn riddle, allegory, all kind of shit. Like, damn, yeah, the Black women are the gatekeepers and the guards outside the palace of the universe. And what the hell, Terenzo? We did not need all of that. Thank you, Eugene. It says, listening to foreign women talking about Black women is nothing new to me. A good number of Black women are presenting this image. Some of them even go to the other countries with this behavior, man. And here's the thing, Eugene. Certain things are universal. All across the board, men are going to be looking for fit, feminine, and friendly women, submissive women. They're going to be looking for that. So you cannot take that same behavior elsewhere thinking you're going to get a better result. No. If anything, Eugene, the Black men are the ones who are more accepting and tolerating of said dysfunction. You know what I mean? And that's just being real. Okay, I think I'm caught up now, y'all, because I'm back at the automatic. Now, I'm going to finish off this video and then I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of y'all donations, okay? But I really do appreciate y'all. Okay, let's get into what she said.
They are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a snippet out of a whole YouTube video where I was talking about how my basic daily activities have impressed and impacted my husband's daily routine. I mean, it is just what it is. And you know what? A lot of women out there should apply that knowledge that I'm trying to give to you for free. Tell me, where did you hear me say that Black American women are no competition? I was not even talking about Black American women in particular. I never said anything like that I am better than them. I never said anything like I have better qualities than a Black American woman. No, I'm always talking about modern Western women in general.
See, and see, me, that's where she loses me, and it gives off gaslight. Everything that she said was pertaining or revolving around black culture, Black families, Black men. And so, yeah, you did essentially say that you were better than Black women. Now, you did go as far as saying American women in general, Western women in general, but one would not be too far off base if they were to lean more towards the idea of you speaking specifically about Black women. You know, like, to me, that's a little bit disingenuous. I don't like that. Okay, but let's continue.
And by the way, a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who was listening with their ears instead of using their emotions. Because when you compare the caption of the video that I didn't even put on the video to the words that were coming out of my mouth, the caption had nothing to do with the words that I was saying. I mean, honestly, I was talking about the American family structure if you were able to get the message that I was trying to bring to you.
And again, that's gaslighting. I'm sorry. That's gaslighting. Everything was American Black men, American Black families, you know, what the Black men are used to. Well, they're going to be used to Black women. Like, come on, y'all. Like, let's not do the gaslight. Because I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to rock with you if you're telling the truth. But what I don't stand for is, oh, I never said this. But you were implying it. You know what I mean? Like, let's stop. Now, I will give her credit to say that she did speak on American people in general. But again, nobody would be too far off base to assume that she is specifically talking about Black culture, Black family, Black people. Hence her Black husband. Hence her bringing up what she's been witnessing as far as her Black husband's family is concerned. Like, come on. I ain't gonna let that ride. I'm not.
Yes, I did say the average Black American family barely has a family unit. Not even in that statement, I generalized all Black families in America that they don't have a family unit. I lived in America for 2 years.
Wait a minute, what? Now, hold on, we gotta take it back.
To the words that were coming out of my mouth, the caption had nothing to do with the words that I was saying. I mean, honestly, I was talking about the American family structure if you were able to get the message that I was trying to bring to you. Yes, I did say the average Black American family barely has a family unit.
Okay.
Not even in that statement, I generalized all Black families in America that they don't have a family unit.
Okay, I can give her that. Because she did say the average. So I'm gonna let her rock. Okay.
I lived in America for 2 years and I've seen a lot of messed up things in Black households, white households, and I very soon came to the conclusion, coming from a traditional household, that there is something seriously wrong that's going on in those households in America. And I was flabbergasted at the amount of disrespect an average American man would have to deal with coming from the woman of the household. I mean, these women, not only that they were disrespectful, they were lazy too. And I heard them speak a certain way to their children that had me in complete shock. I mean, I remember this one situation where this woman called her teenage son bitch, and I couldn't believe my ears. Even if that was supposed to be a joke in that moment, that word is doing something to that child. How is it going to grow up thinking it's okay that a woman is calling that boy bitch? I mean, let's be real. But enough said, let's dive into a few comments of a couple of women under my video who have a lot of love for me. You know what? I love you too. He was homeless, curious to why no Russian man wifed her if she had family values. We stay rent-free in everyone's head, or why is everyone obsessed with us, or who wants something from the store. Nobody's obsessed with you, honey, trust me.
So now she is reading some of the, I guess, slick remarks and comments that she got from Black women that had opposing views to what she had to say in her video. And they're telling her, oh, well, those are the Black men we didn't want anyway. And, you know, if you're such a good woman, why didn't a man from your own culture choose to be with you and all of this? And again, that's that deflecting, y'all. Okay? That's you refusing to acknowledge that what she said was actual factual. Now, this woman here, I'm pretty sure, we're not gonna lie, okay? I'm pretty sure she could have easily found a man from her own culture to get with and settle down with and marry, right? So let's not make it seem like, oh, you know, you're not the ideal woman. No man want to be with you. Let's stop. Because to me, by you making that type of remark says that Black men don't qualify for top tier women. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the implication behind that statement. If you were so ideal and you were so good, then you would be with the men from your own culture. But you're not. You're a bottom feeder. Hence why you have to resort to dealing with only Black men, because Black men get the scraps. And that's not true, ladies. As a matter of fact, a lot of y'all were in y'all feelings not too long ago when, what was it, a draft or something going on, and y'all saw all the brothers with white girls and, you know, others. So these other groups of women, they absolutely want Black men, average ones too. So let's not sleep on it. And I feel like a lot of that also stems from us being in our feelings, because we're not able to easily branch out like a Black man could. And that's just me being completely honest, y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna be real with us. It is easier for a Black man to go and find other options outside of his culture versus Black women. And I feel like we get in our feelings about that. And so then we start to project and we start to deflect and we start to insult. And it's like, no, like she is not an ugly woman. Okay? She is not something that's just like leftover material. Like, no, she's not. So let's not write it off like, oh, well, you know, you ain't that good, cuz. No, maybe, just maybe, the Black men are what a lot of these women are out here looking for. Let's be honest, y'all. I hate that y'all do this. I really don't like how we try to downplay Black men like they're nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nobody would want to be with you. Nobody wants you but me type shit. You know, you can't get this. You can't do that. No, it's a lot of other groups of women out here who are absolutely checking for Black men. Why? And it's just me being honest. It's because the Black men are more than likely going to treat the women with more respect, with more love. You know, other groups and other cultures of men, they are more strict. They are more, how can I put this? Traditional, in the sense of, you're my property. I own you. You know, a woman does not have her own voice. A woman does not, like, that's how other cultures of men conduct themselves and behave. And so that would make Black men, American Black men more in particular, that would make the American Black men more ideal to be with, because they're going to actually treat you like a woman, like you have your own rights, like you have your own mind. And so, yeah, these other groups of women will look at a Black man and say, oh, I'd rather be over there. And don't let him have no money. Don't let him be a provider and a protector. I really want to go that way. You know, because he's going to, again, give me the luxury of having my own freedom, have my own mind. He's going to respect me, love me, value me. You know what I'm saying? So let's not write it off like, oh, you know, that's because, you know, you a bottom feeder, so you want to deal with the trash. No, these women are absolutely going and getting with the top tier black men. Because let's be clear, and I'm gonna be real about this, and y'all like the video. When you see these other groups of women with black men, more often than not, it's because the black man that they are with is going to be the top tier, the top of the line, even if he's quote unquote average, right? Due to these other groups of women's upbringing, they're taught to go after the best man. So, with that being said, do you think they're going to go after the bottom of the black men? No, they're not going to go to the bottom of the damn bucket to get those. If they're going to branch out, they're going to go and get the best of the best. Again, average and all. Y'all are the ones who are sleeping. Y'all are the ones who are missing out. So whenever you see an attractive woman from another race or culture dealing with a black man, more often than not, it's because that's a top tier black man. Because she wouldn't deal with nobody less. Her culture taught her that. Her mama taught her that. Her daddy taught her that. So let's not get it twisted. Now, y'all would have an argument if she was an ugly woman, if she was out of shape, you know, if she seemed to be a dumb woman, inarticulate, then I can probably give you that, like, okay. But this is not, she's better than a lot of y'all. And it's no shade. I'm just being honest. Like, so yeah, I'm pretty sure she could have any man from her culture or not that she wanted to be with. Now, I ain't gonna say any man, but yeah, she can have our pick. So let's not do too much. We ain't gonna be no haters. We gonna be real, okay?
Those are the ones we don't want, sis. You're good. These women are so delusional. They are absolutely obsessed with themselves. Now, honestly, what justifies these women making comments like this? Am I the problem or are they maybe the problem? I'll tell you what the issue is. They have a huge problem with someone who treats an American black man very, very well. And that's the problem they have, because they think no man deserves to be treated well if he doesn't pay. Excuse me, that doesn't even make any sense to me. If I can only be nice to you when you pay me, that makes me a whole prostitute.
Oh, now she got a valid point. Now, miss, you being messy, okay? Miss, you being messy. This woman is an attractive woman. Now, is she the baddest chick? No, I've seen better, okay? But she is attractive, so we're not gonna make it seem like, oh, she's unattractive. She's not cute. Yes, she is. You know, she's a decent looking woman, okay? But she made a valid point.
Or who wants something from the store? Nobody's obsessed with you, honey. Trust me. Those are the ones we don't want, sis. You're good. These women are so delusional. They are absolutely obsessed with themselves. Now, honestly, what justifies these women making comments like this? Am I the problem or are they maybe the problem? I'll tell you what the issue is. They have a huge problem with someone who treats an American black man very, very well. And that's the problem they have, because they think no man deserves to be treated well if he doesn't pay.
That right there was a valid ass point. The issue that a lot of the sisters have, I'm gonna be completely honest. The issue that a lot of the sisters have is we have it in our minds that, look, I ain't respecting you, I ain't loving you, I ain't honoring you, I ain't doing nothing unless you got that top dollar. If you ain't got that top dollar, you can shut up. I ain't gotta respect you. I ain't gotta obey you. I ain't gotta submit to you. I ain't gotta do shit for you. That's how we think. What did she say after that? And again, that's terrible. That's a terrible way to conduct yourself. You should treat everybody with class, decency, and respect, especially if they are treating you that way. But we have in our minds that anybody who is not trying to pay up, yeah, I don't got no words for you. You can shut the fuck up. I can treat you any type of way. And that in and of itself helps us to block our own blessings, because these quote unquote average men, they're the ones who can actually change your damn life if you let them. They're the ones who can actually level you up if you let them. But y'all so damn money hungry. Y'all have, I'm gonna be honest, as sisters, we practice whole culture to a fault. We practice whole culture without even understanding or knowing, being aware that it's whole culture. She went on to say, oh, that's prostitute behavior. And she's not wrong in saying that. Do you got that money? Well, unless you got that money, don't talk to me, honey. That's prostitute whole shit. See, these other groups of women, they understand that a man is a man. Average and all, a man is a man. A man that is providing, protecting, leading, teaching, respecting you, loving you. You treat that man, again, with class, decency, and respect. You don't just say, oh, but you ain't got no money, though, so fuck you. Get out my face. I'm going to disrespect you. You ain't nobody. You don't do that. Again, it's how you block your blessings. And then when you see another woman with it, now you mad.
Excuse me, that doesn't even make any sense to me. If I can only be nice to you when you pay me, that makes me a whole prostitute. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just call it for what it is. You can get upset if you want to. The truth is always going to be the truth. And on this channel, all you will find is the truth, whether if you like it or not. I mean, isn't it true that the majority of modern women nowadays don't want the average man because they are just not good enough for this boss babe? But at the end of the day, these women forget, which makes them so delusional, these women forget that some of them, a lot of them, are below average. I mean, how can you sit there and put yourself on a pedestal, expect all men to do the same because you're wearing fake hair, because you're wearing fake lashes, because you have lip fillers, cheekbone fillers, forehead lip fillers, you are wearing certain type of clothes that make your body look a certain way. But once all of that comes off, I don't know who we're supposed to put on the pedestal. Surely not your ass. I also know for a fact that 90% of these women who are in—
Wait a minute. I ain't peeped that. Sis, you did not have to eat them up like that. She did not have to eat them up like that. She said, bitch, this is what she said, translation. Bitch, you talking about you deserve this, that, and the third, and you need a real man. Bitch, ain't nothing about you real. Hair fake, lashes fake, body fake, clothes fake. And then when you take all that shit off, who needs to be pedestalized? You? Surely not your ass. Because, yeah, once you remove it, you ain't hitting for nothing. So, yeah, what the fuck? Sis, you did not have to do that. Hold on.
In that comment section are single. Single by choice, you know, because the average man is not good enough. Oh, but coincidentally, that high value man is not checking for them either.
Oh my God. Look, y'all, I did not peep all of this. I didn't peep all of this. She eating y'all ass up. No diddy. Pause. She eating y'all ass up. She said, oh, and surprisingly, all these bitches that's coming for me, this translation, y'all. Surprisingly, all these bitches in my comments trying to come for me are magically and coincidentally single by choice, that is. Because all these other men out here, they not worth it. They average. So that's why I'm single by choice. I'm single by default because these niggas ain't shit. Because these men ain't shit. And so that's why I'm single, because they ain't worth nothing. But then what did she really say? To drive it home and eat their ass up, no diddy. She said, okay, bet. Lord have mercy. She said, okay, best is all these men out here, they're trash. You know, they too average. They can't afford you. They can't take care of you. She said, but why is it that the quote unquote high value men that you said that you do qualify for, that you do deserve, why they not checking for you either? Whoopsie. Lord have mercy. Deceased. We are gathered here today looking at what? And you know what? That's what I've been saying, though. You know, I've been asking that same question, like, okay, cool. All these men, they this, and that. Okay, so why don't you have, as the top of the line, top tier woman, the type of man that we should all be aiming for, striving for? Why don't you even have him? Could it be, ma'am, because you don't qualify for his ass either? So is it really by choice if even the high value men that you do deserve are not checking for you? They don't want you either. And so again, ma'am, you did not have to eat them up like that. You didn't have to do that.
So of course you're going to be single by choice. Who are you even kidding? And you cannot tell me that you're coming home every night and you're happy with no man that's waiting for you. No man you can cuddle with. No man that's going to help you, protect you, provide all of the security for you. You're always talking about that you can do all of that yourself. If you can, why are so many of you all over social media platforms just breaking down in your car, crying that you are sick and tired of being single?
Oh, God dang. Why is she doing this? Get off of her. Get off of her. Let her get up. Let her swing back. Let her get her licks in. Get off of her. I know you fucking lying. Thank you, FS Claire. I'm gonna get to all your donations. Give me a second, y'all. I really want to get through this video. Damn. She said, and look, I know y'all ass ain't really happy. Ain't no way in hell as a woman you happy going home by yourself. Having to look after yourself, provide for yourself, protect yourself. Bitch, please. I'm a woman too. I know how we think, how we feel, what we want, what we really desire. Hold on, y'all. Let's take it back.
I also know for a fact that 90% of these women who are in that comment section are single. Single by choice, because the average man is not good enough. Oh, but coincidentally, that high value man is not checking for them either. So of course you're going to be single by choice. Who are you even kidding? And you cannot tell me that you're coming home every night and you're happy with no man that's waiting for you. No man you can cuddle with. No man that's going to help you, protect you, provide all of the security for you. You're always talking about that you can do all of that yourself. If you can, why are so many of you all over social media platforms just breaking down in your car?
And that's another valid point that I even myself have asked and made. I'm like, okay, y'all don't need these men so bad, but why is all y'all platforms revolving around what men not doing, what men need to do, what men, and then y'all complaining like everything goes back to the man. So please keep the game.
Crying that you are sick and tired of being single. It doesn't make any sense to me. Can you please make it make sense? As women really need to stop thinking that their looks only is everything a man is looking for in a woman. I'm going to tell you one thing, the culture I come from, my Turkish culture, we take pride as women if we can go to work, take care of the household, contribute to the household, and take care of our loved ones. Some of you are out there don't even know what that means. I mean, honestly, what do you bring to the table besides you being the table? Let's break those words down. What does it even mean, you being the table? You have a career, good for you. You have a nice car, good for you. You have a good sense of humor, good for you. You're good looking, good for you. But what is a man supposed to do with all of that? Wipe his ass? A man doesn't need you for that. Do you really think that a man is going to put up with you? You looking good? You got your career, you got your car, but when he comes home, you're going to create a whole bunch of drama? No, he's not going to be with you. A lot of women are broken. Their ego is way too big for them. And you cannot tell me that a lot of women aren't broken, because if somebody is not mad at something, and most of the time these women are mad at themselves, really, women would not act like that in the comment section.
So she peeping game on all of y'all. And I love how she brought up the point of, in my culture, we take pride in contributing. It's not this thing of I just need to be a pretty bum, a beautiful bum, and just have a man just bow down to me and take care of me. Like, no, we take pride in contributing to our household. We don't mind putting in, that work. We don't mind maybe even working. We don't mind taking care of things. I love that she said that, because a lot of us, I'm going to be honest, we feel like because we are a woman, we just deserve everything just handed to us. No, absolutely not. So I love that she said that. But damn, like, sis is just really eating them up. And I just want y'all to be able to get at least a slap in, a punch, a kick, something.
They will not insult me. I mean, there are so many comments. I couldn't even put it all in one video without the video being maybe an hour long. There are so many insulting comments, even towards my husband. They don't even know the man. There's a reason why I keep my husband private. You may see a picture here, you may see a picture there. But at the end of the day, I know how shicey these women are. They would be on the internet, send him messages, send him nudes, send him all these things. So if you don't want that average man, why are you doing all of these things?
Because that's some haters. And can I say this? And this may be off topic. I think personally it's counterproductive in 2024 for y'all to be out here trying to hide y'all husbands, hide y'all wives. Like, come on, y'all. We know who your husband is. We know who y'all wives are. Like, and if they don't, they're gonna find out. They're gonna find them. You know, so I don't like how y'all are out here trying to hide y'all people. Like, to me, that's silly. It's silly to me. Because they're gonna find it. I mean, especially if you posting pictures or if you even like, it's just inevitable that it's gonna come out. So I think that's silly. And then on top of that, I feel like you should be solid enough within your marriage or within your relationship so where, yeah, you can know who my husband is, you can know who my wife is, and I'm gonna trust my husband enough not to, you know, bite the bait, if you will. Or I'm gonna trust my wife enough not to bite the bait. Like, I don't give a fuck about y'all knowing who my man is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that as well. I feel like a lot of people do that in 2024 to where it's like, oh no, I'm hiding my man, I'm hiding my girl because, you know, they some savages and they gonna be trying to holler at them and they're gonna be trying to do this and the third. They're gonna do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like that's silly to me. Be proud of your man, be proud of your woman. Don't let nobody, you know, shame you or anything or deter you from being proud and showing off what you got. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that. Because again, you should know that your husband is solid enough not to be tempted or whatever the fuck the case may be. But let's continue.
What you should be really doing instead is listen to my advice and other content creators' advice and try to self-correct and try to apply some of these things that I'm mentioning in my videos in your relationship and see how that impacts your relationship. A lot of you women out there want to be one in a million, but all you are is one of a million. You are no different from the next woman that pretends she is unique. She's the only one. She's everything a man is looking for in a woman. No. All of you are the same. Y'all look the same. Y'all act the same, talk the same, think the same, move the same. Try to be yourself. But I understand a lot of you don't even understand what it means to be yourself. You women are not even self-aware nowadays. I mean, honestly, who are you to sit there and say that the average man is not good enough? If it wasn't for that average man working an average job, your trash wouldn't be picked up on time. Your stinking ass shit would have flushed down the toilet properly. There would be no roads. There would be no auto mechanics. So for us women to sit there and say that we don't want any average man, we're just looking for the high value man, that is so wrong. We, us as women, we benefit so much from the average man. And the average man doesn't even want anything in return for that. But
oh, yes, they do. They want respect. But hear me out though. And this is something I feel like needs to be addressed. Money does not make a man high value. Now, is money needed in a relationship? Is money needed in a family? Is money needed in a marriage? Absolutely. Yeah, we don't need that money. But I don't like how we place so much emphasis on, oh, how much does he make? And we make that be the end all be all. Let me put it like this. There are so many quote unquote average men that are way more high value than the top earning men could ever be. Because to me, in my opinion, there's so many different elements that go into making a man to be high value, that go into making a man be somebody that is valuable, worthy, significant. You know, like, to me, his character, his mindset, what he's about. You know what I mean? What is his priorities? What is his morals? Like, all of that matters to me as far as what makes a man high value or high quality. So we got to get out of that. That is something else we have to unlearn. Stop thinking, oh, it's about my money, my money. I know so many guys out there that got a whole bunch of money, but they are cornballs. They don't know how to do nothing right. Shit. I mean, let's just be clear, you all. So we got to unlearn that. I don't like how we place too much emphasis on people's money as far as making them valuable. But I'm gonna continue.
You have nothing else better to do than to sit there and shit on an average man all day long when you don't even know how to cook a meal from scratch. I am not on this platform trying to make anyone look bad. If I do anything, I'm trying to give you guys some advice on how to self-correct. But in order to learn, you got to be ready to admit that your behavior, your mindset is really destructive to you and to all men in your environment.
This girl just said, let me translate. This girl just said, bitch, how dare you talk about you need a man, you know, who know how to pay for all this and know how to do all this and do all that. Bitch, you can't even make a damn meal from scratch with your basic ass. Talking about you don't want no average man. Bitch, you a basic bitch. You don't know how to even make a meal, but you want a man to be able to build a house, fix a car, make all this damn extravagant money. Bitch, make an extravagant meal and maybe y'all think about it. Girl, why is she eating them up like this?
I'm not saying that I am perfect. Of course I got flaws too. I am learning myself, but at least I sit down, I listen to my husband, and I self-correct. And there are a lot of times where I mess up. But the difference is I'm trying to work on my relationship. I want to be with that average man.
And I'm sorry about my connection. They got me glitching a little bit, but hopefully y'all can at least still hear. Hold on.
Oh yeah, and by the way, do you know what we have done for our first dates? We played Uno. We played Uno, got to know each other very well. So it wasn't about how much he spent. I never expected that man to spend anything on me. Why? That's not what I want from him. I want to be with that man in his presence. I want his time. I don't want his money. I want his presence. But I can already tell that a lot of women out there, grown-ass women in their mid-30s, have a lot of growing up to do. And as Coach Greg Adams always says, women are children in adult bodies. And I could not agree with that statement anymore. So ladies and gentlemen, I truly hope that I was able to clear the impression of me being against BWs, because that is absolutely not my intention. That is not what I'm using this platform for. If there's anything that I would like to do is teach these women how to be better women instead of gold diggers. And also what I will never stop doing is putting a woman into her place when I see her acting a fool all over social media, because honey, I have your best interest in mind and you should really take some notes and take some advice from me.
Well, that was a lot. And y'all, I really don't like how they got my connection bad. That's why I moved to this part of my home. That way I can be closer to the router and it still want to glitch. You know what? I think it's Bulldog. Keisha is mad at me. And so they tapped into my damn Wi-Fi and trying to make me glitch now. But it's cool because I'm getting ready to wrap it up anyway. But I really love what she said toward the end when she brought up her first date. She said, oh, and my first date with my husband before he was my husband was us chilling and playing Uno together. That was a way for us to connect. That was a way for us to get to know each other and really build some chemistry. That's beautiful. I'll be honest, a lot of y'all chicks today, y'all place, again, so much emphasis on the dollar amount, how much she's ready and willing to spend, that you really miss out on what you really do need to be focused on, which is having somebody that you can connect with, build with, love. You know, like that is what matters. And so, yeah, we need to also adopt that as well. Go back to the basics. Y'all make everything so damn intricate and so damn difficult. Oh, you got to take me to this place and you got to spend this amount of money and, you know, we got to do this. No, go back to the basics, you know, excuse me. And so, yeah, I love that she emphasized that. And again, ladies, these are women that are, oh, I hate to do this, but these are women that are seemingly more attractive than you, got a lot more going on than you, you know, that would make a better mate than you. And so if they are ready and willing to go back to the basics and appreciate the average man, appreciate men in general, you know, cater to, if they're ready and willing to do that, what makes you exempt from that? What makes you feel like you're too good for that? But yeah, that's the video, y'all. I'm a read the rest of these super chats and see what I gotta say. I did my best to be as fair and balanced as I possibly could, even though my inner Keisha did want to then I was gonna say super soak that hoe, but that's a big pause. I do not want to super soak. Yeah, that pause. I did not want to super soak. Even though I did want to, let me see. What's another wrestling move that people used to do back in the day? I don't know, y'all. What's the wrestling move, y'all? DDT. There you go. Even though my inner did want to DDT that hoe, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the clothesline. Even though I want the clothesline that hoe, you know, I still have to, you know, sit back. I have to sit back and relax. And, you know, really receive what she was saying. And what she was saying, factual, and things that we could actually learn from. Oh, y'all, why they mess with my connection like this? I am so upset. We've been doing good all day. Here they go at the end, but it's cool. Can y'all at least still hear me? Let me see. Okay, y'all can at least still hear me, so it is what it is. Bulldog Keisha, stop trying to hack into my Wi-Fi. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Thank you, Slim Daddy. It says hyenas are basic, so how can they see anything but a wallet? Morals, principles, work ethic, and penile control, being an asset or other aspects of a high-value man. Thank you, Elder. It says Michelle Obama vs. the white woman that Danica is talking about in this show, which woman represents her black man better and gives him better loving. Lord have mercy. Can y'all, man, I hope they ain't mess with me too bad. Wait a minute. Was Soraya, was she in the chat? I think Soraya was in the chat. The lady from the video, was she in the chat earlier? Or was I tripping? Because now I'm thinking about it. I think I did see her name and I did read it. And something told me to read that because the name looked familiar. Y'all let me know. I think I did see Soraya in the chat earlier and she was like, thank you for being fair or something like that. But I'm going to be real with you, Soraya. I hope I'm saying your name right. My inner Keisha did want to slap you, but, you know, you didn't say no lies. So I'm just going to sit back, relax, and, you know. Hold on, y'all. I don't like how they mess with my connection like this. Now, it looks perfect on my end. Yeah, she was in the chat. Okay, I thought I did see her. But they really mess with my connection real bad, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like it. But my husband is home, y'all. So I'm going to try to, you know, get through these super chats so I can tend to him. And yeah. Let me see. Thank you, Elder. It says black man gets with black woman, he is treated like a slave on the plantation. Black man gets with a white woman, he is treated like he is the king of the nation. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Keith Field. It says she's talking a lot of mess for being a kraut. I don't know how to say that. Third Reich, I don't know, y'all, was not too long ago, and German women played a big part of that demented shit too, by the way. We by no means are we letting anybody off the hook, you know, but we do have to acknowledge when things are right and exact, you know. Thank you, Zeta. It says, since these foreign women cook better than a chef and they clapbacks be super effective. Talk about German engineering. We told U.S. women don't talk shit. Lord have mercy. Y'all just don't have no chill. I don't know what to do. I don't. Lord have mercy. I don't know. Flawless victory. Whoopsie. Get over here. I don't know. Y'all keep me out of this, okay? Y'all keep me out of this. All I'm doing is using teachable moments. Using things as teachable moments. I ain't got time for y'all, okay? Thank you, Charisma. It says black women will submit to a nerdy white man, not a nerdy black one. Man, I have no comment. And the sad part about it is you ain't lied though. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, we do personalize others over our own. Certain things that other men can do, our own men couldn't get away with. Yeah, they got my Wi-Fi connection going in and out. I don't like it. Thank you, Kid Chameleon. It says, can't no man protect y'all from this ass whooping. Lord have mercy. Get off of her. Let her swing back. Lord have mercy. Thank you again, FS Claire. I appreciate you. It says, I tell my nephews not to bother with Western women, especially Black women. They want to be women when it's beneficial, then act like a man when it's beneficial. They demand to be treated like queens while acting like street trash. Nope. Oh my God. And again, y'all, like, I wanna slap FS Claire for saying this shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, how can I blame him? How can I blame him for having these sentiments when that is the overwhelming majority of chicks out here that are sisters that act like this? But again, big shout out to you, FS Claire. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Zeta. It says, this is Soraya Brooks, y'all. She the real deal. Oh, yeah. Shout out to, I hope I'm saying her name right. Soraya. Shout out to her. And shout out to Bobby, because Bobby is actually the one who sent me over the link. And when I saw it, I said, damn. Even though I do want to DDT her and Paul drive her and suplex and clothesline this bitch, you know, she ain't saying nothing wrong. You know, my inner Keisha was kicking and screaming. It was. Thank you, Tiresias. Tiresias. I don't know. I'm sorry. It says, let's not forget that there is a government plot to destroy the Black family. ISIS Papers by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing is a must read. And let me say this. I'm gonna call you Mr. T. Well, let me say this. Okay, I pity the fool. Okay, I ain't gonna call you Mr. T. Let me say this, T. I am somebody that is 100% for Black men and Black women coming together and building. By no means am I advocating for us to be split apart and torn apart and go separate ways. Right? Thank you, kid. She's doing the M. Bison head stomp on him, man. However, I'm going to be honest enough and real enough to say that if you're not finding what you're looking for, I don't care if you're a Black man or a Black woman, if you're not finding what you're looking for where you are, yeah, go ahead and explore different things. You know, find your happiness or your peace elsewhere. By no means am I going to encourage you to endure or tolerate abuse or neglect or disrespect just so I can have or I can see a Black family. No. You know what I'm saying? But that's ultimately why I am trying to get us all to see our faults and flaws and fix it, clean it up. You know what I mean? Like, because that's the ultimate objective. But no, I'm not going to tell somebody, oh, no, stay here, even though, you know, you're not getting even an ounce of what you're looking for, you know, just because they're Black. No, I'm not doing that. Thank you, Elder. It says, if there is any doubt, look at interracial. What? Who has more enjoyment and fun? Is it the Black woman with Brad, or is it the white woman with Tyrone? Elder, okay, you're timed out. Okay, we're not gonna play these games. Okay, let's not play these games today, y'all. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Eugene. It says, Little Big Sis, keep making content you are passionate about. I can tell you have this passion, and that's why people are listening. Danielle alluded to this morning. Shout out to Danielle. Fly Girls Manifesting. Shout out to her. I love her. That's a solid sister right there. And she's with a beautiful Black man too. We love that. Thank you, Mauricio. It says 75% of wedlock births. We can generalize the destruction of the Black community. Thanks, feminism. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Big shout out to you, Kevin. You just came through showing love. We appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, I want to make sure I acknowledge everybody. Thank you, Terenzo. It says, fellas, don't get it twisted. I stood guard in the valley of the shadows of death, and it could be you too. Don't think it can't be. Just saying. Salute. Thank you, Terenzo. Thank you, Elder, again. It says 1964 civil rights that black men spent 400 years of sacrifice for black women was giving black men a right hook to the face and helping Zaddy make the black race a disgrace. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I have no words. I have no words. Kid says, if black women hate themselves and mothers are the first teachers, who taught black women self-hate? Uh-oh, get out of there. If black women hate themselves and mothers are the first teachers. Ooh. I have no words. I see what you did there. Thank you, Chris. It says, you are of the selected few that seek self-improvement. But the other 97% of women would rather sit in a rental car before saying she was wrong. Man. Let me get out of there. Lord have mercy. Thank you. Get out of town. It says, D, you're right. Even with all the issues with our women, I still only want a black woman. It's that no marriage and kids for life. You're saying it's that or no kids? Look, I don't know. But like that's my point though. Like a lot of these black women in particular, they have the wrong idea about black men. Like black men would prefer to be with black women first. But if they're not going to find what they're looking for, you know, they're not going to just be held hostage to a broken dream. And I wouldn't encourage my sisters to do that either. So it's the same thing on both sides, you know. Thank you, Yusuki. It says everyone looks the same in family court. You see, we're not going to play with you today, okay? We're just not. We are just not. The Lord have mercy. Y'all, am I caught up? I don't think that I am. Y'all showed so much love today, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Anane? Anani? Anane? I don't know. Thank you, Samuel. Okay, I appreciate you. And y'all, we will be going live again tomorrow, okay? It'll be around the same time. We're going to go live again tomorrow. I want to talk about, what we got to want me to talk about? The Megan Good and the Michael thing. Thank you, John Till. It says, I remember, hey, Arnold, wasn't Phoebe a Filipina? Here you go. Was Phoebe a Filipina? I don't know if she was. I know she was Asian, but I don't know what she was. I thought she was Korean. I don't know. Thank you so much, Darius. Big shout out to Darius for coming through, showing up and showing out like this. It says, just came by to say hello to you and the Crown Heads, Queen. It really hurts me seeing you tear up for us men, but I really appreciate your sympathy. It means a whole lot to us. It's really messed up how black women treat actual good black men. It really is, man. And they do it just because, oh, but you won't make us this amount of money, so you ain't shit. That's trash. Like, I don't like that. We got to go back to the basics as far as choosing people based upon their character, choosing people based upon what they are actively showing and proving to us for what they do have. You know, it's so many quote unquote average earning and average black men out here who are doing the damn thing as far as investments, you know, as far as savings and, you know, generating money and income. Like they're taking their average earning jobs and they're creating generational wealth with that. So to sleep on that is crazy to me. To write him off is crazy to me. And on the flip side, Darius, there's guys out there who make millions, but because they don't know how to properly manage it or they don't know what to do with it, it goes right back out the door. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But look, y'all, like I said, my husband is home. And so I need to wrap this up. I really do appreciate y'all so very much. But I definitely need to I needed to highlight Darius for coming through like that. John Till says, visualizing you doing the people's elbow. Man, that's what I would have did for her. I'm gonna be honest with you, sis. Like, you was pissing me off, but I feel where you was coming from. Thank you, Uncle Locke. It says, or is it Loke? I don't know. It says it's hard to find someone who's tired of being a victim. Thank you, Timothy Humphrey. I appreciate you. Thank you, Larry. It says much love for you, sis. Love you all. Thank you so much, Larry. We love you back. Shout out to you, Curtis. It says, take your time, sis. We appreciate you. And you've been a member for 30 months. Shout out to Curtis. Thank you, Johnny. It says, I really feel you, sis. 100. Man. Thank you, Johnny. It says, preach, D. Thank you, God. It says, kids raise kids in our community like it's normal. I'm telling you, we got to stop this dysfunctional bullshit. Thank you, commercial and industrial appliance repair. I appreciate you for your $20. Super dope. Thank you to Joseph. It says, you asked the most important question. How much do we love ourselves? Most do not, because they've been programmed to self-destruct. Nonetheless, you are among the few women who's honorable. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you, Jeffrey, for your $20. It says, there's a lot of triggered responses here today. My thing, hate is, maybe here. My main thing here is, if what she's saying doesn't apply to you, don't get mad. Hit dogs holler. We all know females that Soraya is talking about and Danica tried to teach. Let me put it like this, Jeffrey. What if, and I feel where you're coming from, and I really did try to do my best to make it perfectly clear that although some things were, a little bit triggering for me, I did do my best to be objective. But let me try to drive it home for you. Let's say a white man, right, was coming online talking about, yeah, black men, y'all don't do this, and maybe they didn't specifically say black man, but everything was alluding to it being the black man, right? You mean to tell me some piece of you that's like, hold on now. You know what I'm saying? Even though it could not even apply to you as a black man, but just knowing that they could be potentially addressing you and yours. You wouldn't have no kind of feeling. You're gonna be that disingenuous to pretend like, oh no, it wouldn't bother me at all. Because please. But thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Get out of town. It says, D, do us a favor and bring in the ether beat while you cook like this. Hold on now. That ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow. Hold on now. Well, thank you so much. Get out of town. Thank you, Grady. It says, I wish black women wouldn't have never followed things that don't benefit them. Social media, men have been trying to warn our sisters for years. I'm telling you. And I think I am caught up at the top. Let me go to the bottom. Thank you, Just My 4 Cents. It says, how some dingy project chicks telling men they need money to date them. Stop it. Oh my God. Thank you, Elder. It says, real talk. I want to know how America got the black woman to replace the KKK and waging war on the black man. Man, it's a dirty game. Thank you, Vincent. It says, I just started tuning in and I will review this entire broadcast later. Also, you great today. You look like you're reverse aging. If you weren't talking about the word check it. Who? Tedesco? Is that how you say that? See, y'all, that's why I put my makeup on and my eyelashes. See, don't get it twisted, y'all. The reason why I put on my makeup and my lashes is not because I'm ugly. It's because I look like a little kid. I ain't trying like no damn teenager. I'm a grown-ass woman. Okay? But anyway, thank you so much, Vincent. Thank you, Elder, again. It says, Danica, should a black man choose a fake blonde-haired black woman or a natural blonde-haired white woman? Have fun trying to answer that one. Look here, Elder, I ain't playing with you today. Thank you, Slim Daddy. It says, Sister Soraya is of Turkish descent and her folks not involved in Third Reich. Much respect to you and your king and to Soraya and her king. Yes, salute to that sister, okay? It's no shade. And I hope that Soraya understands that I'm being funny. I'm being silly. I don't really want to fight you, sis. I'm just saying, please don't get in your feelings. Thank you, KB. It says, I just want to say you have given many dope discussions, but this has to be one of your most dope discussions thus far. Thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate you. Thank you, Zeta. It says, yo, she giving game and a reality check. This why I watch her channel. Black women be in a frenzy trying to clap back. But hey, she spoke facts. Much love, sis. She really did. Even though my inner Keisha was screaming and kicking. Thank you, Slim Daddy. It says hyenas are basic. Okay, I got that one. Okay, I think I'm caught up now, y'all. All right. Thank you. Okay. Shout out to everybody who has tuned in today. We're coming up on 3 hours. And shout out to, I hope I'm saying her name right, Soraya. So shout out to her. Y'all feel free to check her out if y'all want to. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you all were able to take away some very key gems and jewels from today's dope discussion. And again, get out your feelings. I had to get out my feelings, I have to get out I have to put my feelings to the side and really internalize the message. And once I did that, I was able to evolve, learn, and grow. Okay, I need y'all all to do that. But I love y'all. I respect y'all. I support y'all. I thank you all so very much for, just rocking with me. It really does mean a lot to me because you don't have to. So thank you. Shout out to everybody who has donated and sent in very generous donations. I appreciate that as well. Feel free, you all, to email me at dmariepoet@gmail.com if you have any topic suggestions, any links, and if it's dope enough, we will turn into a dope discussion. And again, big shout out to you, Bobby of the Blue Exodus, for sending me in this topic of discussion. But tomorrow, you all, we will be pulling back up for more dope discussions at around 12 p.m. Central. So y'all pull up for that as well. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say, okay? But I love y'all, okay? I really do. And I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all later, all right? But give me y'all feedback on today's dope discussion. What were your key takeaways? What did you disagree with? What did you agree with? Y'all let me know, okay? I'm always open for different perspectives. But I love y'all. I got to go. Peace.